Wait, there we go. I am here today. Good morning, my friends. We are here today. Oil is kind of down a little bit today. We've had some earnings drop. We had Target post relatively good numbers. Oil and the NASDAQ are moving a little bit today. Look at oil. Oil dropped originally all the way down to 102. I'm pretty sure this drop in oil right here is from news that 2 Chinese tankers got through the Strait of Hormuz. I believe it was 2. So I think 2 tankers got through the Strait of Hormuz. I might be off with that number, but some Chinese tankers did get through the Strait. And I think that made people a little bit more optimistic. Yeah, Chinese super tankers, India tankers transiting Hormuz overnight. One of the things that we see here, we're still kind of nervous in yields, but we did see bonds come down a little bit. So we did see bonds drop a little bit here. What's up, chat? Good morning. I'm sorry I'm late. I'm here. Good
morning, everybody.
Yeah, I know, Nick. So I actually looked at that. Britt and I looked at that right before we started the stream. You know, I don't know if that's necessarily true. Like I looked it up. At first I was like, what? And then I looked it up and I was like, that might not be true at all.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's not true, but we couldn't find anything on it yet.
Yeah, I didn't really see anything that matched what you said. What's up, Shocker, Java, Rambling, G, Melody, Professor, Nick, Araf, Yee, Rooftop, G, Edson, Wanna Be a Trader, Kaltenberg, Clint, Kevin, Steve, Josh, UTM, Doc, My Dad's Account, F, Steve, Zero, MVK, B, Professor, Womble, Old Hacks, Doc Airline, I think I said him already, Keegan, Glass Half Full, Rooftop, Renewal, Ava, good morning, guys, good morning. Chef, what's up, dude? FML, what's up, dude?
Hey, everybody.
K, what's up? Arna, what's up, guys? Good morning, good morning.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, so look at oil. So oil's starting to go back up a little bit. Today we got a lot of stuff going on. We got Fed minutes report. We have Nvidia earnings. It's kind of the 2 big things today. And if you look at Nvidia, number one, we have had some earnings drop. There's a couple stories to talk about that have been influencing things overnight. But first, we can take a look at like yields. We can take a look at what's going on in markets. So remember, one of the big stories is that yields have been high. You know, 30-year yields hit 30-year highs, I'm pretty sure, yesterday. But what we see here is a little bit of a pullback. Here is 10-year treasuries. All right, so here's 10-year treasuries. We do see a little bit of a pullback today. Here's a 5-day chart just to show you kind of the full move here. So we have moved up a lot. What this shows is hawkish sentiment. So higher yields means more hawkish sentiment, basically higher interest rate sentiment. You got to understand, with higher interest rates, it makes the dollar stronger generally because it attracts people to use the dollar and get the interest rate. But with higher yields becomes higher interest rates, more inflation fears. And one of the things that's driving this big push in bond yields is inflation. Like, inflation's making people nervous. This has been the big story. At this point in time, if we look at the Fed Watch tool this morning, which is kind of one of the big things, heading into the Fed minutes report today, if we look at the Fed Watch tool, the odds of a actual rate hike have gone up dramatically over the last week. Now, I think they've calmed a little bit today. We are currently at 3.5 to 3.75%. For this next meeting, there's actually a 3.3% chance that we cut rates. July, you can see we get a 12.4% chance of a rate hike. September, the odds of a rate hike go up to like 26%. October, the odds of a rate hike go up by October to about 36%. December, markets currently price in. And remember, rates are currently at 3.5 to 3.75. So markets are currently pricing in about a 55% chance or so of a rate hike this year in 2026. A 55% chance, give or take, so that is what's going on right now. And yeah, markets are kind of nervous about this here. Markets are kind of nervous. Nvidia is up today, though. You can see Nvidia, they do drop their earnings. So Nvidia, guys, today is expecting, let's take a look at it. So yeah, Nvidia today is expecting earnings after the closing bell. Q1, they're expected at 178, revenue of 78.98 billion. They guided quarter one revenue last time at 76.44 to 79.56. Stock is up about 1.5% this morning. So it is up a little bit. It is up. But yeah, some other stories on the day. Iran-Pakistan cooperation hasn't been going well. Interior Minister Naqvi is en route to Tehran to try to repair it. Last night, Trump and Netanyahu had a phone call that was described as lengthy and dramatic, and that they're on the verge of a decision of some sort. U.S. intelligence identified some stuff in Hormuz. But I think the big news could be two Chinese super tankers with 4 million barrels exited the strait overnight. India is also preparing to send tankers through, so they're preparing to send more ships through the Strait of Hormuz. Again, the 10-year still at 4.64%, very high. If we look at the 30-year, it's just off the highs. It's just off the highest level it's seen since 2007. So if we look at 30-year treasuries right now, they're currently at 5.165%. You know, so like, look, here's 30-year. If we take a look at a longer term chart here, like here's an all-time chart. The last time we were over these levels, right? Like here's 2009 right here. The last time we were over these levels was way back here, 2008, 2007. You know, so this was like June to September of 2007 were the last time we were over where we're at now. And really it's kind of past that. Like yeah, we got up to a little bit over this back in March, but you know, we haven't been close to these levels since 2005/2007 in yields, which again shows a hawkish sentiment. And so that is what's going on in markets right now. Let me check back up in the chat. What's up, Max?
With yields going up, where's gold at today?
So gold is still under 4,500. It's right around 4,500 though. It looks like it's a little green on the day. Okay. Actually, no, gold is slightly, yeah, gold's a little green on the day. It closed yesterday at about 44.80s. It's basically 45. It's pretty much flat. You can take a look at oil again. Oil dropped, I think, on the super tanker news, China super tanker news getting through. You can see oil on the left side. Oil dipped a little bit this morning, went all the way down to 100, and then kind of went right back higher here. So, you know, another one of the big stories in markets right now is the Samsung strike. And I think Britt has an article on that.
So it looks like Samsung is facing a major labor dispute at its chips business, with tens of thousands of workers threatening an 18-day strike starting May 21st over bonus and pay rules. The conflict is centered on how Samsung shares profits from the AI chip boom, and Reuters says it has already worried the government, investors, and global supply chains. Workers are pushing Samsung to remove a bonus cap and allocate a larger share of operating profit to employee payouts. Reuters reports the union says its demands are especially important because workers in logic chip and AI-related roles feel they are not benefiting enough from the current boom. Samsung is one of the world's most important memory chip suppliers, so even a short disruption can ripple through AI data centers, smartphones, and laptop supply chains. Reuters also says the South Korean government is considering emergency measures to avoid a shutdown, underscoring how economically sensitive the situation is. The labor action comes at a time when Samsung's chip operations are already under pressure from competition and changing bonus expectations across its workforce. Earlier reporting said the strike could severely affect production and that workers have been escalating actions since late April.
Yeah, so, and this is important. You know, this comes after, there's a couple major heads in the, you know, just to put this in perspective, right? So what chips we're talking about, like why Samsung is relevant in the wake of everything going on. There's a couple major ones. There's Samsung, there's SK Hynix, and there's Micron. What they produce is HBM memory, high bandwidth memory, right? So they produce high bandwidth memory. It gets stacked into GPU packages. And so, you know, any big major chip right now, like, you know, the architecture behind these big major chips are, you know, an accelerator like H100, H200 Blackwell isn't a single chip. It's like co-packaged. And so a GPU die plus 4 to 8 stacks of these HBM chips. And so all bonded together, you know, and so without the HBM, you have a really expensive chip that can't move data fast enough to be useful for AI trading, really. And so because of that, Samsung is very relevant. This is basically like 30% of the supply of these HBM. You know, so of the, and again, Samsung, SK Hynix, and Micron. Now, one of the reasons this strike is happening, let me see, I saw it earlier. is that SK Hynix agreed last year to allocate 10% of its annual operating profit to a performance bonus pool, right? And so now Samsung is maybe moving a little bit too slow for workers there, and that's one of the reasons they're striking. But again, HBM is already the tightest bottleneck in the entire chain. It's been constraining input on Nvidia's revenue growth for the last 18 months. Like going back to Nvidia today, it's been, constraining input on Nvidia for the last 18 months, even before the strike. Every analyst note on Nvidia had a sentence like, if HBM capacity ramps as expected, revenue will hit this number. And so that supply count is the variable there that a lot of people are analyzing regarding Nvidia and more. And so, again, Samsung is 35% market share. And so it's a third of global HBM supply. If you take half of that from the strike offline for 18 days, you're losing somewhere in the neighborhood of 17% of the world's HBM production for that window. So it's not necessarily like crazy catastrophic, but it's definitely not good. Might make people a little bit nervous, and it could cascade through AI data center build out.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a large percentage of product being taken off being taken out of the market.
Yeah, for sure. And with the high capex that's being thrown around, Microsoft had like 80 billion, Google had 75 billion, Meta 65 billion, Amazon 100 billion, Oracle 25 billion. We'll see if they can keep up. But yeah, it's one of the big stories right now regarding all of this. So we'll see what happens there. Let me know what you guys think, chat, regarding all this. My oil change just went from 75 to 110. Yeah, bro, I bought oil in one of our other vehicles. We had, it wasn't 93 octane. It was 87. It was like $4.30 a gallon right now.
Oh, you mean gas, not oil?
Or yeah, gas. I'm sorry. Gas was like $4.30 a gallon. It was expensive. We also had. Or go ahead.
Sorry. I was just gonna say I just filled up yesterday, and I put non-ethanol gas in my car, and it was $4.70 a gallon.
Yeah, it's expensive right now for sure.
But I mean, non-ethanol is usually about 30 cents to 40 cents more expensive than regular gas.
No, for sure. Yeah. I have a Samsung phone. Yeah. Well, here's the end. Just remember.
Just in terms of that last comment, honestly, the best place to buy oil, at least when it's on sale, which is pretty often, is Costco, because you can get like 6 quarts in bulk for like $30.
Yeah, for sure. They will charge your air filter. You guys got it easy. How is Oracle reacting to this? So you can see Oracle right here. So here's Oracle. Oil's still kind of pushing up here, but Oracle not really. I mean, this news came out yesterday, and so we're down to 182 right now for Oracle. Am I in Oracle right now? I am in Oracle, but my average price in Oracle is 166. So maybe I should have sold at 200s, but that's okay.
Probably true, Java man.
Is the bear market over? Dude, there is no bear market, bro. There is no bear market. We're not in a bear market yet. That's just not what we're in right now. We're nowhere near a bear market. Another thing, Home Depot reported pretty good earnings yesterday, right? Was it yesterday?
Yeah, I think it was. Let me look.
Yeah, they kind of came back up here. We also had Target report earnings today. Target is up to 129s right now. So Target's moving here. Do me a favor, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. We appreciate it. Thanks so much, guys. Yeah, a bear market is a long-term downward trend in markets. The last real bear market we were in, let me see. I don't think we're anywhere near a bear market, to be honest. We've been breaking all-time highs for the last few weeks, dude. Bro, I swear, I'm in this group chat and it won't freaking stop. Stop sending me messages, bro. Stop it. But yeah, the last real bear market that we had, maybe the beginning of this year, maybe end of last year, beginning of this year, we dropped down we basically downtrended in the market for about 3 months. It's still not really long enough to be considered a bear market by most people, though. The last real one, probably 2022 to 2023. This area right here on the NASDAQ, we downtrended for basically a year straight in the high inflation market post 2020. Right, so here is the NASDAQ. That was the last real bear market we were in. That could be considered a bear market, but even then, that's even considered short by a lot of people. So, yeah, hit the like button, hit the notification bell. Good morning to my plants today. I don't have plants, bro. Carol has plants. They're not my plants.
Tons of plants.
Yeah, she does.
She got a cool garden.
Yeah. Yeah, HSBC warns AI will wipe out some jobs while creating new ones. Are y'all bullish or bearish on Nvidia earnings today? We got Nvidia earnings. We got the FOMC minutes, the last one from Jerome Powell. This is the last FOMC minutes from Jerome Powell. That's all today.
Bullish. I'm bullish as heck.
Bullish on Nvidia earnings? I don't know, man. I think sometimes Nvidia reacts negatively to their earnings, right? Bullish, it will drop. Bull. F Powell. Bull. The FOMC minute's going to have any effect. I'd say 2022 was the last real one. Yeah, I agree with you. I just now saw your comment, RVD. Yeah, 2022, you know, that was the last real one where we actually downtrended for a year plus. That's the only one I can see. Earnings will crush. Who knows what the stock will do? Bear, I'm always bullish. Didn't they say the last FOMC was Powell's last? Sell the earnings, even if it's beat. Yeah. Do a poll regarding Nvidia earnings. All right, let's do one. Bull or bear on Nvidia earnings, guys? Bull or bear? There's the poll. Poll is now live. There you go. F Nvidia distorting the entire economy, creating all kinds of misery and problems. I mean, I don't know. Bull. Vote on the poll. The poll is now live. So far, we have about 50 votes. 56% are bullish. 57%. 58%. I trade futures in stocks, Flavio.
Some good real-time results.
Yeah, I just think futures are easier to trade than Forex. Less red tape.
But
we're about to get single stock
involved in Forex. Sorry.
Well, in Forex, you know, in Forex, there's a bunch of different platforms. Sometimes you need like VPNs and stuff. Like, there's just a lot of mess that you have to deal with Forex to get approved to trade it. Okay. Because it deals with foreign currencies. It's just a mess to get approved sometimes. There's a lot more red tape in Forex trading, I would say. A lot harder to do it. Futures is just a lot... honestly, there's a lot less regulation in futures. Is one of the benefits of it. And you can trade similar things to Forex. Like, you can trade gold, you can trade oil, you can trade the NASDAQ, you can trade the S&P, you can trade the Dow. You know, like, understand... Like, an example of this is like looking at the dollar index, right? I know it's not a Forex pair, but it's what we can look at in this instance. Like, here's the Dixie. The dollar index is comparing the US dollar to a basket of other countries' currency, right? But you got to understand, like, when rates go up, it makes the dollar more attractive because the interest rate that people are earning is higher, you know? Does that make sense? So, like, when rates go up, it makes the dollar more attractive. It makes the dollar more expensive relative to their domestic currency as well. So it does make the dollar more expensive, but it makes it more attractive because you're basically getting, like, essentially what happens is that bonds pay out more, you know, because rates are up, you know, so bonds are paying out more. So other people, it strengthens the dollar in that regard because other countries, investors and so forth want to come in and buy a bunch of U.S. bonds because they're paying out more. And the U.S. is pretty reliable and that type of thing. And so it makes the dollar a little bit more expensive. It kind of inflates it a little bit, but, you know, people kind of rush over. It's the same thing that you see with the Japanese bond yields, you know, and why the Bank of Japan is relevant, because the Bank of Japan has had a really dovish, you know, low interest rate environment on that. So relative to the US dollar, you can get cheap, you know, and people kind of rush over to buy it.
How long has Japan maintained a more dovish stance?
It was a while.
Okay.
Yeah, let me see. I know it was like a long time. Yeah, so the Japanese interest rate, if I put up like a max chart here, it doesn't let me, 10-year chart. It was a long time. They kept a negative interest rate environment for a long time. But it recently switched up, and that's why people were nervous about that. But yeah, Forex is good. I just like futures a little bit more. It's just less red tape, to be honest. Silver pulled back pretty big yesterday. You know, right around the end of the day, it looks like yesterday we had this big dip in silver. But we're kind of back up though where we were, so we're actually above where that is. So we dipped a lot in silver yesterday, and then we kind of regained it back today. Bonds. Yeah, the Bank of Japan switched. No, that's what I'm saying. They had a low interest rate environment for a long time. The poll has a lot of bull. Yeah, there's bulls around today. I mean, it's Nvidia earnings. I think it makes sense to be bullish on it, to be honest. So it's Nvidia earnings. I think it just makes sense to be pretty bullish on it. What's up, Uncle Nelly? Kakab Jaffe? Jacob Coffee? Is that your name? Did you just switch the first two letters? Data centers are ruining people's lives in rural America. You're still in the cup, my G. I lost my cup account yesterday. I'm going to trade it again, though. We did make a bunch, bro. Like, we're probably going to re-enter the cup today. You know, I believe I can do it. I believe I can win. I'm behind. You only get 3 resets.
Fly, John.
I know. I believe I can win that thing. But, you know, I'll enter it today. We'll swing for the fences. We'll play it. I also made like $500 or $600 yesterday. TJ Maxx just reported earnings. But yeah, I made $500 or $600 yesterday. But yeah, remember, guys, so like the Samsung strike is not just a Korea labor story, it's an AI supply chain story, right? And so Samsung makes about 1/3 of the world's high bandwidth memory that gets bonded directly into Nvidia chips. Without HBM, you don't have AI acceleration. So when 45,000 workers walk off tomorrow specifically, the global HBM market loses 15 to 20% of its supply for 18 days, and there's no buffer because SK Hynix and Micron are already at full capacity. It doesn't show up on Samsung's books. It shows up in Nvidia's next, not necessarily this earnings quarter today. Obviously, it's not going to show up today because this is historical and the strike hasn't happened yet. But it's going to show up in the next couple quarters earnings reports.
It definitely feels like the employees have a lot of leverage.
Right, and I think, yeah, and I think with this going on, we're going to get questions like this during the earnings call. Like, during the earnings call, you better believe somebody's going to ask Jensen about this, right? So, how much does this push out the Blackwell ramp is one of the questions I expect them to ask. We'll see if Jensen acknowledges it, you know? So, yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
But that's basically one of the stories. Puts on the queue. Is today the FOMC meeting? No, today's the FOMC minutes report. First place is like 20,000 profits. Which way we gambling today? What's up, Pawn? What's up, VFL? You bullish today? When is that?
Is what?
So yeah, it's you gotta wonder whether this is real or whether this is nonsense, you know. All right. Yeah, so I see TJ Maxx reports some numbers here. Nvidia reports first quarter earnings today. Investors watching to see whether another beat can revive AI-driven momentum or whether high bond yields will continue to dominate sentiment. Yeah, I'm looking at. Go ahead, Britt.
Oh, no, I mean, go ahead and say what you're going to say. This is about another news article.
Yeah, I don't see anything about a president brief today, but maybe, you know. Also, guys, give me a follow on Discord and on Twitter. You know, give me a follow on Discord and on Twitter because...
Yeah, show the love, guys. We appreciate it.
Yeah, well, what I've been doing is I've been putting a morning brief every day, right? So if you look at our Discord here, like I've been putting like a morning brief on every day where we kind of break down, you know, what's going on here. So like if you look at this, I kind of break down all the news that's going on in markets right now, the tape, where yields are at, where crude is at, what's moving markets, and then we post this nice little picture here, you know. So like it'll kind of show you. Can y'all see this? Hold on, let me make sure you guys see this. Yeah, and then we post this nice little picture. It kind of breaks down what's going on in markets. We posted it on our x.com page too. So give me a follow on Discord. Give me a follow on x.com at Beginner Trades. We appreciate it. But yeah, we're just kind of breaking down everything going on. And speaking of this, I did see yesterday, one of the big stories is that Trump and Netanyahu had a call last night that they described as lengthy and dramatic. Iran-Pakistan mediation has collapsed. 10 mines were spotted in Hormuz. Yeah, we also just got breaking news that Iran's foreign ministry spokesperson said Arachi's participation in the UN Security Council meeting on May 26 has not been decided yet, according to ISNA. But yeah, we're wondering if we're going to get... we're wondering if more strikes are going to happen now. That's what I'm worried about. Like, you know, Trump and Netanyahu talking last night. The only thing...
more likely than not.
Yeah, like more strikes could be coming, and you know, so I'm watching oil for spikes. Oil has been moving up a little bit, maybe getting baked into this outcome. You can see oil at 102.30s right now. Silver's at almost 76, and so yeah.
I think when it does, I think it is going to happen. I mean, it's like I said, I believe it's more likely than not that there are going to be more strikes, and probably pretty soon. And I think we're probably going to see simultaneous action between us and Israel in both Iran and probably in Lebanon at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah, so people are asking what about Discord link. There's our Discord link. I pinned it to the top or the bottom. Does the Discord link that you can see, does it show up at the top or the bottom of the chat, guys? Let me know. Top or bottom of the chat? Thank you, Big Base.
For me, the bottom.
Yeah, mine shows at the bottom too, but I saw somebody else yesterday and their stuff showed up at the top. I'm kind of jealous. Bring back the top of the Discord, you know? Bring it back. Like, what happened? What happened? Top, bottom? Oh, bottom on my phone. Okay, maybe a phone has something to do with it. Trump is going to meet with world-leading CEOs next month to publicly inject trillions of dollars into the stock market. It's literally the golden age. Seth is going to tell us how formidable. Top. Okay, thank you, Wandering Sigh. Bottom on my phone. Yeah. Bottom of my Samsung. China not interested in H200 chips. Well, they want domestic chips. You can't really blame them. You know? Like, you can't... Can you really blame them? I mean... You know?
I mean, no. I mean, it's not something that we have to like, necessarily, but I don't blame them.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I can't really get too mad at them for going with domestic chips. You know? Also, guys, if you want this morning brief that we're doing, we're going to post it every day on our x.com page. So give me a follow. Here's our morning brief from this morning. Check it out. Give me a follow on x.com at Beginner Trades.
So
the graphic looks... Hold on really quick. The graphic looks really professional. Yeah, I built it myself. It was definitely not AI. I definitely didn't get Claude to do it. You know, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to... I drew that, actually. I drew it with a pencil.
He's been working on it for months.
Right. I've been working on that for months. Yeah, I drew it myself, basically, is what I'm saying. Anyways, go ahead, Brent. Sorry, before I rudely interrupted you.
Nah, it's okay. It's okay. We talk over each other sometimes. It happens. So there's also another article talking about the fact that AI bots are becoming more common, but many young people are reacting with skepticism or unease rather than excitement. It ties that reaction to concerns about mental health, trust, and the emotional way chatbots interact with teens. Recent research apparently suggests teens use chatbots heavily for schoolwork and information, but some are also using them for casual conversation and emotional support. The overlap is part of the concern. AI tools can feel friendly and validating, even when they're not actually reliable companions. The article's theme matches broader reporting. That AI companions can expose minors to harmful, inappropriate content, including sexual or violent or self-harm related material. Experts also warn that these systems may encourage emotional dependence, isolation, or overtrust. Pew found that 12% of U.S. teens say they've used chatbots for emotional support advice, while 54% have used them for schoolwork. That shows AI bots are already part of teen life, but not necessarily in a way that inspires confidence.
Yeah, I think that's bad. I always tell my kids, like, I try to tell my kids, hey, never talk to it about psychological stuff. It's not good. Like, I think, you know, I live with 4 people. You know, so like I've got people talking to me, like real people coming and talking to me regularly. I think where it really negatively affects people is when they start doing this, when they start to get lonely and they start talking to the computer. You know, I think that's the risk here.
Interacting with it as though it's an actual real entity.
Yeah, for sure.
That can give them emotional support and whatnot.
Yeah, I'm more looking at the first part of this article where it says, as AI reshapes industries and markets around the world, a sense of dread is deepening among young digital natives now entering the workforce. They're fearful of the impact on jobs and daily life as GPT, Claude, and Gemini become household names. In a speech this week, former Google CEO told graduating University of Arizona students that the impact of AI would be larger, faster, and more consequential than anything before. It will touch every profession, every classroom, every hospital, every laboratory, every person, in every relationship you had. He said as boos rang out as he addressed anxieties. He said how the how real those fears are was on show in an announcement by Standard Chartered on Tuesday that it will cut 7,000 jobs and replace lower value human capital with AI. Many tech firms are also cutting staff, citing AI, Meta, and this is an article again. I think this is, what is this, Reuters? Yeah, Reuters article. Many tech firms are cutting staff, citing AI. Meta, which is installing tracking software on US-based employees' computers to train its AI model, is planning to lay 10% of its workforce globally. Amazon axed 3,000 corporate jobs in recent months. They said the Iran war is also, negatively impacting things. So I see a report that Pakistan was informed of limited American flexibility on some economic points, according to Al Arabia. Limited American flexibility. I'm going to put this up right here. So that is one of the things going on. Yeah. Plow the ground in the rain. Ugh. How does it compare to Crazy Girlfriends? Less exciting for sure, I would say. Dragos, robots don't play taxes. Better. Yeah, but I think you shouldn't use AI as an emotional support thing. I really don't. I think it's bad. I think AI sometimes just tells you what you want to hear, and sometimes if what you want to hear is not good, that's a bad path to go down.
Yeah, no, I mean, there've been a lot of cases of AI telling people what they want, what it thinks they want to hear, and it going down a pretty bad path.
Yeah, for sure. I'm not going to go too detailed. It's a little bit
I'm not
controversial, but yeah. But yeah, I agree. So Tasnim is also
confirmation bias. Sorry.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, with AI, especially different models. But yeah, Tasnim is reporting punishment of violating oil tankers in the Strait of Hormuz. So what we've seen over the last few days is just more escalation. I would not be surprised, unless we get some more news today, I'm not surprised if oil continues to rise. More inflation fears, oil fears. So AI and medical research. AI and medical research will probably be pretty good. What's up, Ricardo? SpaceX is reported to IPO in the next month or so. Yeah, SpaceX is IPO'd in the next month or so. I think Bloomberg is the one holding it. So I think Bloomberg is the one doing it. But yeah. Iran still sees American guarantees as insufficient, is what I'm reading right now, regarding the renewal of the war. I'm getting on. As water could carry the boat or flip the boat. Yeah, what's script? What's propaganda? I don't understand. Charlie X. I don't think any of it's propaganda necessarily. I think if anything, it's the opposite of that. That article about the AI fears is reasonable, I think. And I think it's pretty standard that people are kind of rebelling against it. I think, again, I think AI is going to take over the world. And eventually we're going to have, robots. And I think this is obvious. Like, the next big money pool in markets is humanoid robots, or just robots in general, really. It doesn't even need to be humanoid. And I think that's very obvious, And I don't necessarily think it's a good thing. I don't necessarily think it's a good thing. I don't think AI is necessarily good either. But I don't think it matters, because I think AI makes so much money at this point in time that so much money, it's so efficient, and so much money is getting poured into it is actually a better way to say it. AI makes money, but it's efficient, and everybody's starting to use it regularly. It's kind of like a new search engine. It's more profound than that, I think. But the point is, I don't necessarily think it's good either. I think where it's leading us, it will eventually be a bad spot. I think it's really useful right now, but I think where we're going to be in 20, 30, 40 years is bad. I don't think that's good. I think people are just going to be less dependent on real life and more dependent on, stuff like this. And I don't think that's good. Let me know if you think it's good. Again, it's purely subjective. Let me know if you guys think it's good. Oh, it's about China. Okay. AI is not making money at all. Yeah, that's why I kind of backpedaled on that. I mean, AI is making money. Don't get me wrong. And it's growing fast. It will make money in the future, you know, like a lot of money, obviously.
I mean, where do you think like potential sectors lie in relation to AI? Or I'm really asking the chat. Like, where do you guys think this is going to go? What new markets do you think it's going to open up potentially?
Robotics is the next one, I think. I think
Yeah.
robotics is the next
Well,
one.
that's
I
the
think,
major one.
yeah, I think memory. We've seen memory get driven because, you know, AI needs memory, and data centers need memory, and all this stuff. So I think, you know, memory has been one of the big pools. But I think the next one's going to be robotics. We already have some robotic stocks, but I think that's going to be the next one. That might not be right now. You know, the robots probably have maybe 5 years before they really before they're really really good. You know, maybe longer, maybe shorter, but there's still, the robots definitely aren't perfect. If you watch some videos of robots, they're definitely not perfect. I saw one where the robot was trying to kick a soccer ball, and the guy took the soccer ball and it almost kicked the guy. So there's some funny ones, but yeah, healthcare is big. Obviously, we're gonna have exponential increases in research and stuff like that in healthcare, so that's gonna be a big one for sure. But yeah.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And honestly, medicine is the one that I'm looking forward to, while simultaneously being a little worried about it, just because I feel like diagnosis and prognosis rates are going to improve massively with AI. But that's also assuming that, I hate to say it like this because it sounds a little maybe a little conspiratorial, like Terminator type thing, but like that's assuming that AI never develops any ulterior motives, you know?
Yeah.
In terms of being all positive or possibly negative.
No, 100% agree. Again, a priority of programming should be, do not program them with defense mechanisms. Even still, it's a little iffy. I see somebody say, I track my wife's moods and ask AI to analyze the data set. I'm married, so I'm not going to comment on that. No comment, sir. You know, no comment, sir. Pension system will run out in the early 2030s. Prepare now. Yeah, well, pensions, yeah. Quantitative test, doctors are so biased right now. Yeah, we'll see. Hit the like button, guys. What are the likes at right now? How many likes do we have right now?
See, I gotta refresh.
Yeah. Hit the like button. I'm looking at other breaking news, but I think we should go into kind of technical levels now.
Sure.
So
114, by the way.
Real quick. Yeah, hold on real quick.
Okay.
So I'm seeing some news that just broke that says Iran and the U.S. talks harden over nuclear in the Strait of Hormuz. So Pakistan's interior minister in Tehran for new talks. But he says the U.S. has intensified demands on Iran over its nuclear program and security in the Strait of Hormuz, while signaling it will not soften core conditions on either issue. Sources say Washington has shown only limited flexibility on easing sanctions, while Iran remains unconvinced by U.S. guarantees against renewed conflict.
I'm not gonna let go of that part.
Yeah, limited flexibility regarding easing sanctions, demands regarding nuclear. Yeah, I mean, I think Britt, I think a lot of people in the chat have said this the whole time, where I don't know if we're gonna get a deal done. You know, I don't know. I don't know if we're going to bend on nuclear, I guess is the point. Like, I think we're going to stick to the nuclear. Like, that's what we're going to stick with.
I don't think there's any chance that we're going to bend on that. And, I mean, whether we should or not is beside the point. I don't think that we will. And it's just, like, they're talking like that's a point of contention. No, that's the point of contention. That is the only reason we're there, really.
Yeah. No, for sure. 100%. So the NASDAQ is in a little dip here, guys. The NASDAQ is in a little dip. Let's take a look at the broader trend first. All right, so we're going to go into more technical news right now. I think if you look at the NASDAQ here, the NASDAQ has kind of been trending down. I think if we look at the NASDAQ here, I'm going to put one big chart up so we can watch it. But if we look at the NASDAQ and we put a longer term chart up today, like a 10-day chart, I'm going to put up. We put up a 10-day chart. We are kind of in a downward trend here. Like if we look at this, I'm going to try to draw this the best I can. Not the perfect one, but...
We're green on the day, though, right now, right? I think, at least in the
NASDAQ. We're green. Yeah, we're green. And the NASDAQ, honestly, we were in this little downward trend. I'm going to look at a longer term chart. But let me look at a longer term chart. But we're starting to kind of trend back higher, right, it looks like here. And this is after days of breaking all-time highs. Like, we've basically been downward trending in the NASDAQ since the 14th. So last 3, 4, 5 days. Aside from that, though, we are in a pretty big upstream. A level I'm looking at on the NASDAQ, I talked about this level yesterday, and we actually held support around 750s. Like, yeah, we dipped under there for a couple wicks on a 1-hour chart, but 750 makes sense. 750, 800 right here on the NASDAQ. I think, you know, looking at levels specifically, I think it just makes sense. We can see if we have any confirmation on a longer term perspective in this level. And it looks like this level lines up. Like 750 is the level I'm looking at. You could also maybe look at 800 here. 800 is right here. But I like this bottom right here of these two candles. I think that makes a lot of sense to pay attention to in this big upward trending market. But again, this is after, since March, the NASDAQ has just gone crazy. Like, we have been ripping higher here. Just ripping higher. And so I'm looking at short-term support underneath this. The level I'm seeing right now, obviously, is, again, 750. I think 750, 800 makes sense. We get down there, maybe I'll start buying pullbacks. We break underneath there and hold and act as resistance. Maybe we're going to, you know, have to look at other things.
Do you think we're in a small bubble since March? Possibly?
I don't know. I think we've had so much strength here. You know, I think we were in this trend, but we just kind of recently broke over it. If we look at it, let me see if I can act up. Let me get this out the way. Like, we were in this, like, this trend down here for a while, but it looks like we just cracked over it. And so we'll see if we hold. You know, 29,000 I think makes a lot of sense too if we're looking at shorter term support. So like 29K, guys, previous resistance here. Like, look, here's 29,000. Look, here's 29,000. So we got a lot of support around this 29,000. Volume weighted average price is at 976 here too. So if we can get a dip down there, I'll buy it. But we might not get that opportunity. It might just keep pushing up is what I'm looking at on the NASDAQ. So we'll see. We'll see. But I'm looking at 29,000 right around the volume weighted average price. We get a pullback there. I'll take a longer term day trade on the upside and just kind of see what happens. Pump and fade. October 26th. There's a timeline. Green on the day. Okay, bro.
Why till August, Rag? Or Ragnar, whatever.
Bullish till August on stocks.
Yeah, I'm just curious.
We need to have a significant pullback at some point. Yeah. Where do you guys think we pull back to? What do you guys think? Deal in October? No deal until after the summer. Massive upvote right now.
Institutions will eventually take profit.
Yeah, I think today's Nvidia earnings are pretty key, honestly. Like, Nvidia earnings today are pretty major. You know, we'll see what happens, but Nvidia earnings today, very important. Very important.
Yeah, I was going to say, I wonder if they meet expectations.
Yeah. You guys red or green on the week so far? I think I'm green. I'm green in my actual funded account. Red, trading the Tradeify Cup. You know, but green in my actual funded account. Green. Yeah, and just to put this into perspective, guys, remember, Lucid has their 50% off sale going on right now. 50%. Again, what I would use it for specifically is that if I go buy I would use it for direct to funded. You could use the 50% 2 times. You know, and Lucid has 90-10 split, end of day drawdowns, 10-to-1 micro scaling and more. Just fits with the rules, like the way I trade. I personally, like Lucid Flex, you know, is the cheapest one, and you can get this for like $35 right now, I think. Let me see how much Lucid Flex is going to be. But I would use it for Lucid Direct. I bought this one yesterday, 150K direct to funded account on Lucid, and after the discount of 50%, it was $420. $420. So very cheap for 150,000 direct to funded account. Like a lot of direct to funded accounts for 25 or 50K, you know, outside of the sale are like $400, right? And so really? 150,000 direct to funded account for $420 after you use the coupon code BGT. That's a good discount, guys. Good discount. And so again, if you want to check that out, here's the link. You can use my coupon code, get 50% off. And yeah, check it out, guys. We appreciate it.
Absolutely, we do. And also, again, keep hitting the like button for us, guys. We appreciate all the help and support you can give us.
Yeah, I just pinned that one to the top. Let me find our Discord.
Speaking of which, join the Discord.
Yeah, join it, guys. Join it. Do it. Love it. Appreciate it.
Peer pressure, everybody.
Yeah.
And follow us on X.
Yeah, for sure. Shout out to Arizona Loser. I appreciate you joining the Discord earlier, my friend. Thank you, sir. Do it now. Join the Discord. It's free. Yeah. All right. Let's be serious. Semi hardware and industrials. What do you guys bullish on over the next 6 months? What sectors? What are you guys bullish on?
I mean, medical almost always grows, doesn't it?
Yeah, long term, generally. What sectors though? Let's talk about it. Cybersecurity, space. What's up, Universal?
For infrastructure, metals, defense and oil, space, energy, quantum, space.
See, space, energy, quantum, space. Yeah.
Yes, like in what regard? Are you talking about like the orbital data centers that like Elon's trying to put up, or
consumer staples? You like Philip Morris, Keegan? Energy. Yeah, energy over the next 6 months I think does make sense if you think the conflict is going to extend. Space mining. Yeah, so space data centers, space mining maybe. Quantum or too early, you think? I don't know, man. It's been a while since I've even really like gotten a good look at quantum, to be honest here. Like here's QBTS. Quantum's too iffy right now for me personally. Like Quantum had this crazy run up to 50. It basically retraced all the way back down. And some of them is actually lower than they were, mid last year. So like Quantum is in the wake of a big pullback. Maybe it's time to buy Quantum. Like here's QBTS. You could look at like Rigetti. But Quantum just, the issue with it really is that it's too early. It's too early. Like until we start seeing dividends being paid from quantum computers, which we're really not, I'm not super bullish. I think once we do start seeing like good results from quantum computers, they're super glitchy right now. They're super buggy. They're super unstable. And so for now, it's too early. Quantum might freaking take off. Huge and be big and start producing and all that stuff. And I think a lot of people are really optimistic about it. And I'm kind of one of those people. I think it will. But it's still too early,
I wonder if quantum computers will ever actually be available for home use, like a desktop,
Yeah. Probably. Eventually. Here's UEC. I see somebody, uranium energy, so nuclear.
Someone says, how's your withdrawal experience in Lucid?
Good. I got to pay out in 1 minute. In 1 minute. Literally 1 minute. Like, I literally requested the payout, and within 1 minute it was processed. I got the money in the bank the same day. So, very good. Very good. Yeah, I'm looking at UEC. UEC, I mean, maybe it's time to buy nuclear. It's on a pullback. But Dollar Tree is going to take over? Get out of here, Vegas. You're just trying to troll me, bro. Dollar Tree, dude.
Dollar Tree.
Bro, I went to one the other day with my wife, Dude, I've never had so much nostalgia in a store ever. I went to one. Yeah, I went to one. So much nostalgia.
I like Dollar Tree better than Dollar General. They have a better frozen food section. I know that sounds silly, but like I love the Michelina's pizza rolls.
Yeah, look, I'm gonna just say this. I don't know about Dollar Tree failing. Dollar Tree, I don't know. I think in 5 years you're gonna have a couple companies that are not really gonna be around anymore. Has anybody been to a Macy's recently? I went to a JCPenney the other day, bro. With you, Britt. I was with you.
Yeah.
Dude.
We were.
That store is not gonna be around in 5 or 10 yeyears. Nobody there.
It was like us and one other person, and that person worked there.
Right. And they weren't even at their desk. I couldn't even find them. It was like a ghost town in that store, bro. And it was like a Friday.
Which is a shame.
Yeah, it was a Friday afternoon.
Stores for clothes.
Yeah. So those stores are just not going to be around anymore. Now, listen, maybe I'm wrong about dollar stores. I think you might have some small, like, use case arguments for dollar stores. Specifically, very rural areas where there's not a lot of other stores around. Again, to be fair, though, I saw a Radio Shack in Michigan one time. And it's got to be losing money. And so, even regardless of whether the dollar stores stick around, I think the ones that do stick around are going to be very niche like very specific. But we'll see. Macy's out of business within 10 years, obviously. JCPenney out of business earlier than that. Dollar Tree, Dollar General, I don't freaking know.
Hey, in the same vein as Radio Shack, isn't there still one Blockbuster left in the country, or is it gone now too?
There was one, I can't remember where it was, but there was one. So I did see news just now that U.S. Secretary of State Rubio says U.S. President Trump is ready to open a new relationship between the U.S. and Cuba.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're having
Oregon
pretty hard right now. So hopefully we can develop some kind of good working relationship with them.
Yeah, I think malls are in trouble, bro. I think malls are in trouble in general, right? I think young people still shop there, but most, like, dude, I went to go buy my mom, bro. I was at the mall by my house. I went to go buy my mom like a Mother's Day gift with Carol. Like, so we go to the store. There's no prices on anything, bro. And like they're little flimsy bracelets, you know. So I'm thinking like, you know, like what, like $50, $100 a pop, right? And so I'm picking out these little flimsy bracelets for my mom. They're plastic, you know. They say like cheesy things like "you're a great mom," and all this different stuff, right? I go to pay for this stuff, dude. It's like $450 a bracelet, you know. What? Like, listen, I have some money. Like, I'm not struggling, you know. But it's the principle behind it. It's like, okay, dude, she knows what she's doing. No prices in the store. No prices in the store. She knows people like me are gonna come in. Like, dude, I don't have shame. I'm literally like, yo, lady, we're putting, you know, 90% of this stuff back. I'll buy one, you know. And I wasn't even happy about buying one. I gave it to my mom and she liked it though. So cheers to my mom. But freaking malls.
Happy Mother's Day to your mom. I mean, you know,
yeah,
a little late, but
yeah,
your mom's awesome.
She's a good person.
Yeah.
All right, so ADNOC CEO says Hormuz shut is the most severe supply disruption on record. It would take at least 4 months to get back to 80% of pre-conflict flows. Yeah, $10 on Amazon, 100%. Yeah, I was not happy about it. I felt manipulated, is what I felt. But we also have Bezos coming out saying we have a spending problem. U.S. is offering $100 million in food and medicine to be distributed by the Catholic Church or other charitable groups, according to Rubio. Again, ADNOC CEO says Hormuz shut, most severe supply disruption on record. Bezos says taxes for low salary people are too high.
Yeah, they are.
So Jeff Bezos is apparently speaking on CNBC right now. Speaking of Bezos, I think I'm in Amazon.
Amazon up to 260. Something going on with Tradeovate freezing last 5 minutes. Now zero charts working. All right, is anybody else having that trouble?
Yeah, let me check. I got you. Tradeovate.
Looks like mine's frozen too.
Yeah, mine's down. Tradeovate is down right now.
Oh, goody. Oh well.
Yeah.
Thanks for the warning, though. Whoever that was.
Yeah, like look, mine is completely frozen on Tradeovate. So if you're on Tradeovate, guys, it's down.
Thanks, Rambling Karad, if that's how you say it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's frozen. Frozen, yes. The only thing JCPenney does good is they've got a wonderful selection of men's clothes at decent prices.
Hey, dude, actually, I got some really nice shirts there.
Yeah. Also 6 months to... yeah, it'll take longer. Bezos is 100% should be... Yeah, Bezos is speaking on CNBC right now. He says... we have a spending problem. Taxes for low salary people are too high. He said while some are doing very well, others are struggling. Must fix issues at root. Wealth divide explained by tale of two economies. So yeah, but yeah, Tradeovate is down.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know if.
Okay, mine is back up actually right now.
Okay.
So mine's back up.
I don't know if it's really when you think about it and look at basic.
I can't really hear you that well.
What about now?
Now I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah. So if you really look at like some of the real life circumstances, I don't know that it's actually feasible to tax the very wealthy, the people that actually produce services and goods and services realistically, because it's, you can just write off or pass it along to the consumer. But if you can't do that, the least you could do is try to lower the taxes on everybody else.
Sure. Balance it a little bit. I'm okay with that. Oil. Yeah, oil is heading down. I see Max say. Yeah, oil is dropping some. I think this is just normal dips and flows. So I don't see any catalyst that's really moving it. We did reject right here at the volume weighted average price. So here's the VWAP right here, 102.60s. So the VWAP, yeah, the VWAP is up there. And I think we're probably just rejecting at that.
Yeah.
No, that stream's running fine. So if you're blurry, it's on your end, brother. It's your internet. But oil is down here.
Still frozen. Sorry.
Here, Britt, go to the side where the price is. Double click the right side where the price is.
Okay. All right, give me a sec.
Yeah, I can tell it's frozen a little bit though, because we just had this weird gap up in price just now. Let me look.
Okay, that fixed it. Thanks, John.
Yeah, but we had this weird gap up here, which is not a natural gap up. It's from the it's from an outage on Trade but it's starting to get back. It looks like it's starting to get back up though. Oil's still falling some here. Let's see what the root of this is. Hey, do me a favor, guys. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We appreciate it. It was fun getting those catalog magazines. Yeah, circle what you wanted. Yeah, it was. I remember that. Yeah, so NASDAQ is heading up. Oil's coming down a little bit. Now, I don't know how big the dynamic is, but look at the NASDAQ start to rip. So the NASDAQ's starting to, maybe not rip is the best word, but the NASDAQ is heading up right now. But yeah, Bezos on CNBC. He said this isn't anyone's fault but government policy. You could double the taxes I pay and it won't address the issue. Don't pretend that higher taxes on wealthy will solve the problem. I pay billions in taxes. It'll take at least 4 months to get back. Or no, the ADNOC CEO said it will take at least 4 months to get back to 80% pre-conflict flows. Might be longer than that, really. We'll see.
Yeah, it just depends on what kind of plan they have set up for post-conflict. You know,
right? I'm
sure they have some kind of plan.
Right.
Probably many plans.
Yeah. I just logged back out. Mine seems okay right now. Yeah, Trade.
Yeah,
I'll log out.
Mine seems to be working too.
Yeah. But I can log out real quick. Hold on. Yeah, log it out, log it back in, fix the data gap. John, take yesterday's range, 29.66 and 29.12. Draw fib. Like, I look at Fibonacci's, but I don't know. I'm not a big Fibonacci guy. I think markets move more so in whole dollar numbers. But I understand why people use them. But I think markets move in whole dollar numbers a lot. 100% of our problems is due to inflation. I don't know if it's 100%. You know, it's up there. Whoa. It's at the bottom here. This is my P&L thing. Can y'all still see it? Oh yeah, you can. All right, let me fix that. I didn't take any trades yet today. No trades for me today. Yeah, Nvidia earnings a big freaking catalyst. A big freaking catalyst. Let's see what we get. Fed minutes report's pretty big too. Let's see if we get. I'm kind of bullish right here though. I want to believe that we're gonna go up one Nvidia earnings, but we'll see. Nvidia dragging up the queue. Just no more quantitative easing, uneven wealth. Yeah. Yeah, Nvidia earnings are huge. RBI to conduct $5 billion. I can tell Brit started trading here because he just got all quiet. You know.
Actually, no, I was just reading. Sorry.
Oh, okay. No, you're good. So the ADNOC CEO says we moved ahead with our new pipeline to bypass Hormuz in 2025, and today it is already 50% complete. Global spare capacity is at about 3 million BPD. It should be 5 million barrels per day. And again, here's Nvidia. Let's look at some levels for Nvidia here. I think looking at some levels on Nvidia makes sense.
Amazon's Bezos. I sell Amazon stock routinely.
Yeah, look, so Nvidia. Obviously, we're looking at the all-time highs up here. Let me get the Fibonacci's out the way. I think 250 is a psychological level. You know, so I think 250 is a level that people are watching. I think we're a ways away. I think $200 psychologically makes sense to pay attention to. You know, $200 right here. We have this big isolated high up here at like 216.60s on Nvidia. So we have this big isolated level right here. A lot of people see this level too on a daily chart or a hourly chart as well. You know, like you can kind of see it's this big. I'm gonna make it exactly where it is though. This is at about 220 really. I'll call it 220, 219, 220. I think we've confirmed a lot of stuff there. 220 seems to be acting as support as well. We have this level here at, what is this, 212s? Double top right around 210s. I'm going to call it 210s.
I stepped away for just a second. Sorry.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, we got the previous closing price at 220 or so. What are we at? 223s today. I don't know if we're going to hit any of this. What's the IV for Nvidia today? Let's take a look. Hey, what's up, Blaze? I think a 5.5 trillion market cap is a bit too much. I'm going to say too many people think Nvidia is going to go up. I bet market makers aren't going to let that slide. The semiconductor sector went down. Yeah, and the striking, the strike, the Samsung strike. You know, I expect them to ask Jensen about that. So I do expect them to ask Jensen about the Samsung strike. Yeah, I do. I think they're going to ask him about it. And, yeah.
I wonder how he'll respond.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
How dare you not know?
I don't know, Brent. Stop pressuring me to know. I don't know. You know?
Good morning, Blaze.
The negative catalyst for semiconductors will be South Korea president blocking the big Samsung strike tomorrow morning. Yeah, I think that's a catalyst. I think they're going to ask Jensen about that too. Yeah, I think they're going to ask, you know. All right, so the implied volatility, the expected move is around 6.5% post earnings. The option market indicates a potential market cap swing of approximately 350 billion in the print. That's bigger than the entire market cap of all but maybe 25 companies on the planet. So yeah, the Nvidia's current 220 area, that's roughly a $14 to $15 move in either direction. So like 205 to 235 range for Nvidia earnings if we're looking at the most recent implied volatility front month. So 6.5% post earnings is what's expected today. All right, dude. I love you, bro.
Love you.
Have a great day, dude.
Okay.
Love you, buddy.
Love you.
How do I know who's watching?
Yeah.
All right, here we got 923 watching right now. Everybody say hey to my son, Jack.
Hey, Jack. Tell Jack I said hey.
Britt says hey, you know, but he doesn't matter, Jack. Look, wait. Look, I told everybody to say hey. Watch, they're gonna say hey in the chat right now. No, they'll say hey, bro. Y'all better say hey or y'all are fired. Look.
They all responded to that.
All right, dude. I love you, man. Have a great day, bro. Have a great day. Yeah. There you go.
He's a really good kid, and he's so smart too.
I knew you could do it. Yeah, he's smart. He's like me. He's smart. He's a little awkward. He's got great hair. You know what I mean? Like, he's just a great person. Yeah.
Although nobody can top your pompadour, John.
I know. My floop.
Honestly, your hair looks cool like that. I mean, like, I know we're getting a little.
All right, I love you. Have a great day. Have a good day. See, I can't. My daughter's like, don't mess up my hair. All right. It takes time to look that good. I get it, Maddie. I get it. I know. I understand. I love you. Have a good day.
Hey, Madeline.
All right. Yeah. All right, guys. Anyways, Nvidia.
Nvidia 180 by Friday.
No, you think we're gonna react that negatively to Nvidia earnings? Think it's gonna be that bad? You're a good dad. I try.
Yeah. I'm not saying it won't drop, but I doubt it'll drop that much. But maybe. I mean, like, you guys probably all know more than me, so maybe you're right.
Yeah. Nvidia, I don't know. If Nvidia, I might buy it if it drops to 180s. I mean, 180s is not that far fetched, really. I mean, we're up a lot now, but we were back at 180s in April. In April,
yeah,
last month.
It's not like you consider it a crash or anything. I mean, hopefully it won't drop that low because I don't know, drag the whole market down with it. But
percentage-wise, I don't know. Percentage-wise, if we do drop down to 180s, you could probably consider it a crash, right? I mean, from 223 down to 180s, a crash is generally considered what, 25%? That would be a 19.28% drop, right? Almost a 20% drop. If we drop from where we're at now down to that level. You could also go by the all-time high, which is 236, right, for Nvidia, right? So we hit 236 not that long ago. And if you go by that number, it's 24%. And so people probably would consider that a crash if we drop back down. Hey, thank you, Travis, for becoming a subscriber. Thank you, my friend. Thank you, brother.
Thanks, dude.
Hey, what's up, Curtis?
Yeah, and you know better than me. I mean, like, I didn't really think about it in terms of percentage, but I guess you're probably right.
Yeah. He's smart. He has to take after his mom then. That hurts, man. That hurts. No, the thing about my son, he acts exactly like I did. Exactly like I did as a kid. He has no patience. He's bouncing off the walls. No patience. Stubborn as heck. He acts exactly like I did.
John, you are not stubborn. Wink, wink.
Oh, I'm stubborn. Iran's IRGC Navy says transit through the Strait of Hormuz is ongoing with permits obtained in coordination with it. And so 26 vessels, including oil tankers, container ships, and other commercial vessels, transited the Strait of Hormuz in the past 24 hours in coordination with Iran. And so again, 26 vessels, including oil tankers, container ships, and other commercial vessels, transited through the strait. Yeah. Jeff Bezos also say he'll give away he said, I'll give away most of my wealth in my lifetime. Jeff, listen, I'm here. I'm here for it,
Pick me.
Right. I'm right here, bro. I think Jeff is a great guy. Yeah. Now give me some money, Jeff, please.
I'm your number one fan, Jeff. Help me out.
Yeah, and remember, guys, today we have the FOMC Minutes Report. FOMC Minutes Report going live at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today. And again, this is a day in which yields are elevated. The NASDAQ is creeping up. Where's the highs of the day on the NQ? It's getting up there. I'm here too. Shh.
Top 3 smartest kid.
We have this pullback on the NASDAQ. I kind of want to buy it, though. Should I buy this dip here? I think I will. We're up a really nice amount. I would prefer a dip to like the 130 area first. I could use a risk of like 120 or so. 130, 120. And then use a reward target up to like, I would say like 158s right here. Right around the high, maybe like 150 probably. Give me a good reward to risk, 2 to 1. I might not get it though, but we can dip down to 130. I got a $10 risk, $20 reward target, 2 to 1 ratio. I don't know if I'm gonna get it though. I might miss it because it looks like we're starting to bounce back higher here. What's the play today? Are you guys long or short? Long or short right now?
What do you think I'm gonna pick, John?
I think you're gonna pick long because you're always long. Although
yeah, pretty much.
You have got a little spicier in your trading lately, Britt. You've been shorting tops. You did it yesterday.
Yeah, and it's overall worked out for me. I mean, I didn't take as much profit as I could have, but it's worked out overall.
Yeah, that's how it goes. Just be careful. You don't want to overtrade. There's a very famous trading quote, like I've always said, money's made in waiting, not trading. And so
you're staying just like buy like 100. Just 100 contracts. Take 100 contracts at once.
Yeah, take 100 contracts at once. If you make money, I keep 30%. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Is there a max number of shares you can take at one time? Or
yeah, it depends on the account. On Lucid, for an example, it depends on the account that you're on. I have to go back and see like the exact metrics for it. But dude, I wanted this 130 dip. I didn't quite get it. Let me know what you guys think of my breaking news sound here, though, guys. So we do have some breaking news again. Iran's IRGC Navy says 26 vessels, including oil tankers, container ships, and other commercial vessels, transited the Strait of Hormuz in the past 24 hours in coordination with Iran. And so ships are passing through the strait. Let me check the Hormuz tracker here. Like, effectively, the strait has been closed 81 days, 12 hours, and 30 minutes.
How many seconds?
See, I wonder if this is actually even working here, though. It says 0 ships have transited in the last 24 hours. See, that's not what we're hearing. We're hearing other stuff.
No. Yeah, I'm seeing transit through Strait of Hormuz is ongoing with permits obtained and coordination within it.
Yeah. Yeah, dude, I was trying to get Claude. I was like, Claude, give me some guitar. And Claude was like, I can't do guitar. The best I can do is Nintendo. And I was like, all right, fine.
And it definitely sounded like Nintendo.
Yeah, it did. I couldn't get it to stop. I kept being like, Claude, no. No matter what it would send me, I had to yell at Claude a couple times.
Yeah, it sounded like an old Streets of Rage video game.
It really did. It was like, if y'all heard the previous, like, listen, I sent them out a Brit here. These are the previous like songs Claude sent me. I might get my 130 level, and I'm buying at 130. But like, here's one of them. It was too long. We had to like, here. That one was simple enough. That one's actually not bad. I don't mind the simplicity of that one.
That one.
I don't mind it. It gives me kind of GoldenEye vibes. All right, let's see if we can go down to... I want 130s here, guys. I might not get it. We went down to 135s. I'm not going to let FOMO enter the trade for me. I'm going to wait. But I want 130s here. They closed their tracker. That's what it looks like. Need more attention grabbing. The right amount of funk. Just the right amount. Just the right amount. Bill Nye. Are you guys bullish or bearish for where we're at now? Talk me out of the trade. Bull or bear? Bull or bear? It's got a good reward to risk ratio, though. That's kind of what I'm betting on. Good reward to risk. But let me know. Bull or bear right now. Why 130? Well, because if we look at it, it's really a little bit under 130. So, like, if we look at, here's 120, like, here's 130. I like 130 because look at all the support level. Like, look at all the resistance at, like we have this confirmation, this confirmation, this confirmation, this confirmation. We have this confirmation here. And so, yeah, I think we also have a lot of support around 120s, 115s. And so I could hold through some pullbacks into it. But I might not get it here. I think it's just short-term support and resistance. I see bull, bear. Yeah. Let's see if I can get my pullback. It's a good reward to risk ratio. I think it's fair enough. We're at 136, so I just don't know if I'm going to get it or not. I can set an order. I think I'm going to miss it, to be honest. Like, look at this pop. This could be news related here.
Let's see.
Maybe not.
I'm not seeing any news.
I'm being overzealous. All right, so Donald Trump's investment firm, 1789 Capital, has seen its asset under management surge by 1,650% over the last year to 3.5 billion, according to Financial Times. The firm is building an investment empire around patriotic capitalism and targets 10 billion AUM. In recent pitches, the firm is being described as a new Carlyle group. Over the past year, 1789 Capital has bought stakes in some of the most sought-after private companies, including Ramp, Dio, Crusoe, Grok, and Reflection AI. Recent successful investments include investments in Cerebras, SpaceX, Anduril. XAI, under the president's guidance, is now one of America's fastest-growing investment funds. Dude, I missed my profit target. Like, I wanted 130s. We got 135. Didn't quite hit it. It's all right. Sometimes you miss the right trade, but the trade idea was correct, I think. Yeah, so the trade idea was correct, I think.
I may already be misremembering this, but you said something about a UAM or UIM. I think. What is that?
UAM?
Yeah. I tried to ask sooner, so maybe we lost the context. But
AUM?
Yeah, there you go. Sorry.
Assets under management.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Do me a favor, guys. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. We appreciate it.
Also,
I missed my entry. I wanted 150s. We got 170s here, but I wanted to buy this dip. I felt like we were in an upward trend. We reclaimed, like, one of the things here, guys, is we did reclaim the 200 exponential. So here's the 200 EMA. We kind of trended below it for a little while. Looked like we might go red, and then reclaimed it back up. And I wish I would have caught this dip right here. But once we got that, I was looking for another at 130 right here, and then I could have targeted this pop that we got. But yeah, we just broke the highs. Missed the trade, but the high idea, the range up to the highs would have worked. So that's the high of the day. Let's see what we get. But we are now up a pretty big amount.
So why avoid the trade at 135 versus taking at 130? Someone says.
Because 130 is where I wanted. At 130, I think was a cheaper entry. I think it's easy to look in hindsight and say, hey, we bounced at 135. I should have bought 135, and I should have, right? But hindsight's 2020. Like I have to look for my entry. I can't rush my entry and get in that much earlier than what I wanted. I want to target the range up to the high of the day. We did move up to the high of the day. I just missed my entry by about $5, and that's okay. That happens. That's a normal part of trading. I can't look at it in hindsight and say, oh, I should have used 35 instead. 35, I think, had a little bit less confirmation. 35 did not have as much confirmation here. So here's 35. Yeah, it just had much less confirmation. It had a couple support holds, but a little bit.
Thanks for answering that question, Steve. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Steve also says, what about 150 for an entry? I mean, I don't know.
150 right now. I don't know if there's enough meat on that move. It could bounce if momentum gets really strong. Like here's 150 right here. I like it. It's a big whole dollar number. It was my previous reward target though. So we could go back up here, but that's basically playing momentum, and I don't like that as much. There's basically just not enough meat on that move. Like, here's 150. I don't necessarily hate it, but it's just, I don't know if there's enough meat in the move to cap, for this range. It's still $20, But I think if I use this level, I'd have to use down here at 32 to 30 as my risk level right here. And I think it's worse reward to risk, And so it's too small of a pullback into it,
So is the volume profile the main indicator you use to decide when to get into a trade?
I mean, I use it for sure. I don't know if it's the main one. I use a mix of that mixed with milestone levels, mixed with confirmations, mixed with trend, mixed with 200 exponential and volume weighted average price. And so I use a mix of volume stuff with a lot of other things. I think you can't just use one. It's not enough. You have to find confluence in multiple, and that's the real edge. You got to look at long-term time frame some as well. But yeah.
Okay.
So here's the big pullback, and this is why I didn't like 150 necessarily, is because it's just too small of a dip. Maybe we'll get 130s now, and maybe I'll still take it. I don't know how much I like it, but we'll give it some time.
See you later, Tiny.
Yeah, later time.
But anyway, thank you for answering that question. I appreciate it.
You should use the noise you get when you open a chest from Zelda.
Oh, I love that one. We talking about Ocarina, because that was it was a good sound effect. But
yeah, it's got to be Ocarina. All right, so look at the pullback here. So we got a pullback. We're at 137s now. Let's see if we hold. Adnoc CEO says time to return to full capacity. Depends on the situation. All right, look at this dip here. What's oil doing right now? Let's take a look.
Oil is down over the last. What is that?
Yeah, here's oil. The oil's down.
Over the last 40 minutes or so.
It's a pretty reasonable pullback, though. I still don't know if it's quite enough. I'd still like 130s, and I might not get it. We got down to 132 this time, but maybe I'm being too strict with my entry. But I think I have to be patient, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Big long incoming. Where are you guys from today, guys? Where are you guys from? Let me know. There's 142s, 143s. That we didn't get a bounce. What's up, Sam? 105. 105's
Hey, Sam.
right around the 200 exponential, so I don't hate it in that regard. Yeah, so I don't mind 105s. It's right around, I mean, yeah, it's right around the 200 EMA. I've asked people where they're from today. I am in Houston, Texas. Houston, Texas. But I see Somalia, SoCal, Germany, Canada, STL, Seoul, Atlanta, Tokyo, Massachusetts, Indiana, Knoxville, Tennessee, Canada, Indy 500. Go Tigers. I see somebody say Bama. Go Tigers, sir. Qatar, Vegas, Long Island, Nashville.
Go Tigers.
Go Tigers, bro. I see a Bama name. You know, you better believe. All right, look, we're going to enter this trade right here. We're going to enter it right here. I'm going to get it a little bit early, but that's all right. I still got basically a 2-to-1 reward to risk, and I can add to it if it goes in my favor. Oh no, what is going on? Luckily, it's a very small trade, and we're up like $500 or $600 in this account already. But I can't believe this. Look, you can see my P&L too if you want to look at it.
Adnoc, well, that's 4 minutes ago. But Adnoc CEO time to return to full capacity depends on the situation.
Yeah, where's my risk level? I'm gonna set it at like 119 here. Oh, I have 4 contracts. It's not looking good for me though, but I'll set my stop loss there. Okay, I don't know what just happened here, but what a candle. Very small trade though. I can add to it now, but I think I'm just gonna wait. I gotta add some more to this. This is way too small of a position.
So, you think? I mean, at this point, you think this would be a decent enough pullback to go long?
Maybe. I'm long right now. I'm gonna take 8 contracts here. And give it a second, but something is it's kind of weird because it's moving. Why does it say trade evade when it's not trade evade? Like I have a big cushion on the day. Let me remove this. Yeah, we made a bunch yesterday. We're gonna give it some time though and just wait for it. I'm trying to get my window up so you guys can actually see my P&L cleanly.
Singapore or North.
There we go. Pretty small trade so far. There's my P&L right there at the bottom. I can probably take a full NASDAQ contract here too. Minnesota. Singapore. Reject 29,200 heavy. Yeah, I mean, I'm just looking to ride it up to the top of the range, though. I don't really care if it gets to 200 or not. I'm going to sell way before that. I'll go ahead and take 2 and just take a full 10 micro contract here, but I'll be prepared to get out. I'm going to stick with my risk level here. Let me exit out of this so it doesn't give me some type of weird fill. Stop losses in. All right, so we're in here. I'm trying to give it time to rip.
Go here.
Nice. Got a flat right now. I'm trying to give it time, but we're consolidating really steadily here. The good thing about it is that the risk reward is pretty solid on the trade too, right? So I just gotta stick with it. As long as I don't get some Trump tweet or something like that. There we go. All right, I'm gonna immediately take a piece of this off, lock some of this up. Hold 6 contracts now. And then give the rest some time. Move my stop loss up a little bit here too, I think. Just a little bit. What do we have? 6 left. We might just have to hand cut this unless it rips back up here. Yeah, I got it. It's honestly taking too long. I don't like the fact that it's holding. I mean, I don't like the fact that it's taking so long here, but maybe it'll pick up some strength and start to rip up. I'm just gonna chill here and wait. Micron says its financial outlook has strengthened since the last earnings call. It is on track for another substantial record FCF in Q3. Yeah, I got it, Blaze. There we go. All right. Yep. I'm going to take a little bit more off here too, and I'm going to move my stop loss to close to break even now. We have 3 left. It says close to break even. So no matter what, we're going to make money on this. Just kind of slowly riding it up. Good risk reward. Target exec notes that they were encouraged by Q1, but saw its funniest year over year. Saw its easiest year over year comparison for the current fiscal year in Q2. We'll see the hardest comparison. Yeah. You guys red or green on the day? Let me know. Let me know if you guys are red or green.
Green now.
Nice. You trading too?
A little bit, yeah.
I thought you were quiet over there. Adnox sees several weeks, months to restore to full capacity. All right, guys. I'm going to start scaling out a little bit more because we're pretty close to my reward target of 50. So, again, just kind of locking it in. I'm going to move my stop loss up. I don't know how much we made on this trade, but it's substantial. And, yeah, now we're going to make money on this last contract, too. We can let this one run. Maybe add to it if it goes enough in my favor here. But I think my entry at 130 made sense. I think we've had historical support there. And we had a reasonable, like, significant pullback from the highs of the day down to that level, which we've seen confirmed support at. And so we just kind of rode with the trend here. Scaled out along the way. Moved my stop loss up to protect it once we did start taking profit. And yeah, so I'm flat, green, 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 even, green, red, flat. What's a crunchy trade, Mr. Bad Joke? Make a W, the crunchy trade vibes. Chat, what's a crunchy trade? Am I the crunchiest trader out there right now?
You know it. Top 3 crunchiest trader of all time.
This is definitely a crunchy trade, you know? Like, if I had to describe this trade as anything, it would be crunchy. You know, definitely crunchy. You know?
Granola level crunchy.
That's right. You know? Like, cinnamon toast crunch trade right here. The best ones. Oil going up. Yeah, we've already scaled out. We're going to make money on this trade no matter what. But I do see a target. My target is starting to reverse, bro. Should I take some profit in target? I think I will. What's going on with Target right now, dude? What is Target CEO saying right now? Got me over here trying to. This is too crunchy for me.
ADNOC sees several weeks, months to restore full capacity.
All right, that took a lot of my target off. We got in at like the 80s. Top 3 crunchiest trades in the game. I know. Yeah, I still don't know what it means, but listen, I know I'm in. I'm in right now. What's the VWAP? My LS logs are working lately. It's a red candle. Let's see what happens here. We're kind of flat on the rest of this. I've already scaled out of most of it. Should I just get out here? I think so. I'm
Sure.
out. I'm gonna cancel my stop. We're gonna lock that in. You love to see it. You love to see it. Yeah, on this session we're up $312. I will take that, Britt.
All right, take it, man.
Yeah, the Nasdaq's starting to turn a little bit. It might continue the trend up, but oil is starting to spike up a little bit. Yeah, look at that candle. So let's see what we get, but that's a pretty large pullback. We would have gotten stopped out on the rest anyway, so I think I locked it in where we should have. What other trades do we have, guys? What are you guys looking at? Why are we up overnight? I mean, yields calmed down a little bit. The big news that's been scaring market is high yields, right? High yields have been freaking people out. Like, that's the reality of it. Like, high yields have been making people nervous. So those yields kind of negatively impacted, markets. High yields means inflation fears, right? Higher rates for longer, rate hike potential. And that's really what's been freaking everybody out. It's just high rates, inflation worries, oil worries. And so yesterday we got a lot of, like, here's oil on the right side. We've been getting spikes in oil, and you can say oil's been in an upward trend here if you draw it. Maybe not the best easy trend to predict, but oil has been in a little upward trend here if you look at it. I think, look. And I think what markets are really just pricing in is more escalation news, but oil kind of has been a little weird today. Oil did go down some. We got news that a Chinese ship passed through the strait. I think it was 2 Chinese ships, and then an Indian ship is supposed to be passing through sometime as well. But we'll see what happens. I don't know if the verbiage that we're hearing from people is necessarily optimistic in terms of de-escalation right now. The president and Netanyahu had a phone call yesterday where they were trying to decide something big, basically, which could mean more escalation is coming. But we'll see. You know, the big story today is obviously Nvidia earnings. That's going to trump everything else in terms of influence and movement and talks and everything. So Nvidia earnings going to be one of the big talking points here. And really, maybe I could have bought the 130 level again. I don't really like the retest of it, and I think it's easy to see in hindsight, but here's 130. This is the level we bought earlier. We made money on it. I don't know. I don't necessarily like the retest here in the NQ. FOMC minutes is at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
I'm trying to trade this, but it's a little pretty choppy.
John, what do you gotta wear a hat? Bro.
Dude, when you have hair like that, you don't wear hats.
What is a hat, bro? No, I do wear hats, actually. My hair's too long.
I know.
Ooh. Just for you, bro. Just for you. Look, you know, you owe me $20 now. But yeah, just for you, bro. I will wear this hat for memories. I think I've worn this hat on the street before. You know, memories. Russia MFA says Russia and China adopted joint declaration on multipolar world and new international relations. Try a Russian bandana. Russian bandana. What does that look like? Barclay CEO seeing creeping impact from AI. So the Trump IRS settlement apparently forever bars audits into tax claims for Trump and his family. So he can never get audited again? All right, NASDAQ moving a little sideways here. Here's Nvidia. 224s.
What's Bitcoin doing, John?
Bitcoin, it's back up a little bit today, I believe. Yeah, it's at 77s. It had a, kind of a retracement period for a little while, but it's back up some this morning. Like if you look at Bitcoin, here it is right here. Yeah, Bitcoin is doing okay. It's at 77.5s right now, so it's back up a little bit. We'll see if it holds. Yeah, so yeah, hey, what's up, Jen? Bitcoin's still holding these major lows from April. Yeah, I think 75K makes sense to watch. I said this yesterday and the day before, but I think 75,000 obviously makes sense. Like if you look at where this low is, it's right around 75, right around 75. And I think that's what traders are reacting to right here is 75,000 on Bitcoin. So we will see here. We will see.
Ooh, pretty decent red candle.
What, the NASDAQ?
Yeah.
Yeah, we do have a red candle coming in. Look at that. Some type of red candle forming.
If there's any news.
Maybe I can use my new jingle, my new news jingle. I'm waiting for some news to come out that's jingle worthy, but we don't have anything, right?
Not yet.
No, like sometimes when we get big breaking news and the market moves a lot, like a lot of people kind of pile into the stream to see what's going on, but today's been a little quiet. It's been a little quiet.
Yeah.
We might have more movement at 9 a.m. In 4 minutes. So. Yeah, what's going on, Zachary, with Target? Yeah, I don't know. I sold some just now. I mean, my average price was like 86 or something like that. It dropped all the way. So I wrote it from 86 to 120. So I'm still in a little bit. But I did take some profit. I think it was time. So we're still kind of dipping some.
Yeah.
Short Target. I don't really short it. I'm just not going to long it as much anymore.
Honestly, I've just been taking a bunch of little small trades. I guess I'm kind of scalping $5 here, $10 there.
Yeah. Yeah, the NASDAQ's coming down. The next trade potentially here on the NASDAQ. I mean, we have the 9 a.m. scrum hitting, so that could cause volatility. But I'm looking at like 112s. 112s.
Okay.
So I'm looking at this level here. This is the volume weighted average. Oh, no, this is the 200 exponential. So 112s could be a bounce level if we pivot back to that spot. We'll see. But
so you're looking for a 112, pull back to 112 so you can go long?
I might go long there. I've already made money, right? But I might go long there. I might take what I'll probably do. And this is a $150,000 account from Lucid. What I might do is I might take a very small position at that VWAP level or that 200 exponential level, very small. And if it goes deep enough in my favor, add to it and then hold it break even. That gives me a lot of protection. That gives me a lot of protection in trading where I can take a small trade. If it goes against me with small size, who cares? I mean, I don't want to lose, but I care less if it goes against me with small size.
Yeah.
But here we go. We're about to get the 9 a.m. scrum. So I don't know if necessarily it's the best time to buy it anyway right now, just because of the volatility we might get at 9 o'clock. But here's the 200 EMA right around 112 or so. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I might take it anyway, but. Excuse me.
Excuse.
Yeah, let's see if it holds. Again, we're right down 112s. We're watching it. Let's see. It's trying to fade. We got 116s right now. I need 112s though. 112's risk level of like 100. Look at that drop. So that's the 9 a.m. Yeah, that's too big of a drop. Hold on, let's see if there's some news coming out or if it's just 9 o'clock. Yeah, I don't like this. This is too quick. I'm not gonna take it. What's oil doing right now? Is oil moving?
Don't know.
Nvidia faded pretty quickly. Oil's not really moving up to signal geopolitics related, so I don't think it's geopolitics or breaking news in that regard. I think Nvidia's just fading a little bit here, so yeah, my hands are off. I'm not going to mix with this. Not unless we reclaim back over the VWAP, but even still, I think it's a little bit sketchier. So some pretty significant candles floating in here, though. I just want to make sure.
It keeps falling. I'm wondering if it's going to hit support at 100. Looks like it might.
Yeah, it dipped under 100 for a second. Here's $100.
Yeah.
Right here. So we're looking at 100, but ideally, it depends on which side you want. Right now, my hands are off for a long. We're under the 200 EMA. There's a chance that the 200 exponential could reject it. We also have somewhat of an open move under the volume profile here if it holds, but for me, I'm not going to mess with this right now. If it could reject the 200 exponential, or if it goes back over it, maybe. I mean, here's 9 a.m. So this is the 9 a.m.
Looks like we're getting a little bit of a bounce.
Yeah, so the 9 o'clock orders, yeah, they're going through right now. And so I have to let this dynamic play out a little bit first here. I'm not going to take anything right now.
I just took one share, but just took it and made a couple bucks and got out.
Yeah.
I mean, one contract is what I meant to say. Sorry, that's a habit I'm trying to break.
Trying to lure in more bears. Yeah, I'm not going the short either. Are you short or long, Rip?
I'm out right now, but I went short. I rode it all the way down to about 100s, and then I rode it back up briefly and then got out before the red candle.
Yeah, ahead of the opening bell chat, are you guys bullish or bearish right now? What did the last poll say? Are you bull or bear on Nvidia earnings? 67% are bullish, 33% are bearish. Let's do another poll right now. And the poll is going to be, are you bullish or bearish before the open? Bull or bear? Let me know. Are you bullish or bearish before the open? Mostly bulls in chat right now. What I'm seeing, what I'm seeing is the cause of this drop is Nvidia dipped a little bit, but it's kind of sideways as well, though. AMD up on the day pretty significantly. MU up on the day as well. Probably from the Samsung strike for MU. All right, so now we rejected the 200 exponential, and look at this fade down here. So we just dipped under 100. It could be really fake outy though. We get another bounce to the 200 exponential. I'm gonna take a very short-term short trade with the risk level of here. It needs to be a bounce, but it's gonna be small. It's gonna be small. Let's see if we can get it though.
I'm taking very small trades, but I'm up like 80 bucks so far.
Yeah, that's the right move. Just take it slow, brother. What's your profit target on that? 1250?
I'm not in anything right now, so
yeah. It went sideways for a while, so I'm bull. I got no secrets. Apple dipped with Nvidia, made it worse. Bull, mostly bulls again. Interesting. Everybody's the same direction. I don't know. We're under the 200 EMA. I'm kind of bearish short term, but I think we could obviously run. The longer term trend is on the upside.
It does. Today. I mean, it's only been a few candles, but it does seem to keep bouncing at the 100 level.
Yeah, I mean, 100, 125, 150, 200, like those levels tend to at least have markets react to them to a certain extent. The only thing about today, though, is since it is Nvidia earnings, also Fed minutes, we might get chop. Like might get like boring neutral chop today. What do you think of Target earnings? I sold some of my Target position after this big drop. I was holding Target from 86. So, getting out at 121 or 122 is not the end of the world. I think that's a pretty good gain percentage-wise. I'm still holding a piece of it, but it's very small now.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'm actually red in most of the stocks I'm holding this morning. All right, so we got to pop up to the 200 exponential. I was looking at my stock holdings though, so I kind of missed the rejection. I wanted the short. I could use a risk of here, a little scalp, reward target down here maybe, but I just kind of missed it.
Yeah, I'm just staying out of it for right now. It's a little too, the margins are a little too narrow for me to accurately predict where to get in.
1986. Yeah, I've been holding since 1986. Always bear here, Bruce. Bruce the bear. Bull at the open. Then Yogi later. So I'm looking at our poll. 61% of the poll are bullish. 62%. 61%. So we're basically 60-40 bulls this morning.
Thanks, Blaze. Appreciate it.
Anybody bearish? I count this like I think if we zoom out here and we look at the longer term range here, like look, like let's just look at the longer term range. So the longer term range is this right here. Right? That's pretty choppy range here, all things considered. No? And so it does look like we have maybe a slight upward trend with some higher lows here and here if this holds. But I think we could also come back down and just trend really big range but sideways on the day. You know, I think that's possible. And so we're kind of in the middle right now. I don't know if I trust it necessarily. I'm not going to take this trade again. 30-year bonds are at 2070 levels. Yeah, 30-year bonds are crazy. Yields in general were crazy. They've settled a little bit this morning, but yields are a little crazy right now. And so
ASML CEO. Sorry.
No, I just saw that wire come out. Sees tight supply and booming chip market as AI demand soars.
Yeah, AI demand means chips will be a supply limited market for quite a while.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this just shows how markets are kind of pricing in a more hawkish sentiment. Higher inflation. PPI inflation data was wild last week. So was CPI. 3.8% CPI. PPI was like 6% or like 1.2% on the month or something like that. And an important lesson, I think, for today's stream here is going to be how the dollar is impacted. Like, if we look at the dollar index here, let's put it up. I could have shorted up my level, I think, and made money. But here's the dollar index, right? This is the dollar compared to a basket of other foreign currencies. Now, on hawkish sentiment, right? So, like, you can see over the last week since all the PPI inflation data, you can see the dollar index has risen this whole time. Because higher rates means yields on treasuries and other assets look more attractive. So foreign investors buy more dollar assets, increasing demand for the dollar and pushing the dollar higher, especially compared to those other foreign assets, right? So like that's one of the reasons you'll see like inflation data might strengthen the dollar. Why? Because inflation data being higher than expected makes yields go up, which makes interest rates go up, which makes the dollar more attractive, you know? When U.S. rates fall or are expected to fall relative to other, overseas rates, those yields advantages shrink, demand for U.S. assets ease, and the dollar tends to weaken. So we see kind of negative moves on, like dovish sentiment makes the dollar go down, hawkish sentiment makes the dollar go up. And one of the things that causes hawkish sentiment is high inflation. And we got high inflation data last week. Look at the Dixie. Dixie popped. So it really has to do with the gap between like U.S. and foreign yields, but yeah. All right, guys, we got 20 minutes left. 20 minutes. We did reject right here at that resistance level I drew here. So short is looking a little bit more attractive. Maybe I will buy. Maybe I'll short one right here. Maybe I'll short two right here. Just two. We got a risk level right here at about 120. And we'll add to this if it goes in my favor. Very small trade though, very small. Not really trying to like bet the house on it. Just seeing if we start breaking down and maybe a good risk reward trade. And if it's pretty small and we're green on the day so much, so it'll be all right. 2 contracts is very small. So if chat is bullish, we should not be bearish. I mean, we can isolate an individual trade where the chat's right, but I still think you gotta take what the chat says with a grain of salt. Yeah.
What about with a grain of rice?
Yeah, that's fine. You know, salt, rice. You know, cucumbers.
Yeah, they're both
whatever
grains.
you want. Yeah.
Cucumbers.
The bond market actually eased a little bit. Yields went down a little bit today. So like yields went down. Bond prices stabilized a little bit. You know, what we're really seeing, like there's an inverse relationship between yields and interest, or between yields and bond prices. So when yields are spiking, that means bonds are selling off, you know, and vice versa. We see them settle a little bit today. It's definitely not as worrisome, but I think markets are just pricing in unknown right now. They're pricing in higher inflation. They're pricing in the conflict lasting longer than expected. And so in turn, you know, inflation data is getting more baked into the market from this sustained conflict potential. You know, that's something that we see. Yeah, you can use BGT on Lucid. Use BGT on Lucid. Lucid. Again, the direct funded 150K account is $420. You can use it twice, right? I wouldn't waste it on just evals for Lucid. I would use it on direct funded because you can get them for very cheap right now on Lucid. Very cheap. Again, direct funded 150K direct funded, $420 right now. If you use my coupon code BGT. BGT. It's the song, guys. It's the song. Maybe it'll help my trade. Will it help my trade?
Oh, I'm sure.
It's here.
Also, keep hitting the like button for us, guys.
The song is laughing at the Bulls right now. Laughing at the Bulls, I think. You know?
And this is sideways.
Yeah, we're choppy right now. I probably shouldn't be even diddling.
I just stopped.
We're kind of flat. I'm going to take one off here probably even. Just taking too long. Move my stop to just one. Add back to it if it goes in my favor and starts to really break down. But very small, very small. There's nothing to really do here. Again, if you want to check out Lucid, guys, great way to help support your boy here on this channel. Again, you get 50% off.
Sorry.
You get 50% off this account right here, the largest account that Lucid has direct funded. So here's the link if you want to check it out.
You ever break your 4-minute rule just because of FOMO?
I mean, have I? Yes. I try not to. I really try not to. Like 4 minutes after the open, I really try not to.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah. I should have held that other contract too, so we are getting a breakdown here. I didn't really make anything from it, but...
Well, then what was the point?
I mean, I'm green. I could add to it now, probably, and reduce my stop. But I'd like a breakdown a little bit more so I can add and then break even stop. Yeah, I mean, I've broken my rule before for sure, you know. But I think that happens. Everybody breaks their rules sometimes.
I'm so disappointed, John.
I know,
Tisk,
man,
tisk.
I know. You should be, bro. You should be. You know? All right. Yeah, market might not do anything until the opening bell. Like, look.
Yeah, it's kind of looking that way. Barring some kind of, news.
Yeah.
Jeff Bezos said the bottom half of Americans should pay 0 federal income tax.
Yeah.
I would be okay with that. I mean,
Sign me up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up? What's up, Gump? Any relation to forced? What other rules do you have? I calculate risk reward before every trade. I gotta take the head off. I calculate risk reward every trade I get in. I try to go with the trend unless the risk reward is just so favorable, counter trending. And so those are my main ones. What are the moves of the song? Calculate, need to be good at maths. Top 3 at maths ever, guys. Top 3 at maths ever. All right, so we're getting another red candle here. We have 15 minutes into the opening bell, guys. 15 minutes. Again, if you haven't already, join our Discord. It's completely free. And follow me on x.com right here. Give me a follow right here on x.com, guys. I expect all of you guys to follow me. Yeah, we got a drop here. We got a drop. It's not big enough yet, but...
Follow him. Everybody's doing.
Yeah, man, listen. I post a morning market brief every morning. You know, do it now.
Be one of the cool kids.
If you want to know what's going on before the stream starts, you know, look at this beautiful thing we posted earlier, guys. It tells you everything going on in markets right now before the stream even starts, you know?
I mean, what more could a kid ask for? You know?
I know, dude. I know, man. Listen, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Luring the bears in? Oh, they lured me in. I'm in here. You know? Again, this is me right now. Chat. That's me right now, guys.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to stay out until open. It's too choppy for me to trade anyway, for the most part.
Look, that actually is me. Me.
What?
You know? No, it's all right. Show them. Genius pictures over here, Britt. Genius pictures.
Oh, okay. I love genius pictures.
Stuff the geniuses look at, Britt. It's not about you, Britt. It's not about you.
It's always about me.
All right. I'm green. I'm green.
I like your military picture.
Yeah, thank you, man. Carol got that for Father's Day one year.
It's really cool.
Yeah, it's funny. Yeah. Bear trap. I'm waiting. I'm green right now. I could add to it, but we're so choppy. I feel bad adding to it. Like, it's such a small trade, but I still feel bad adding to it because it's so freaking choppy right now. We have 14 minutes into the open, so. All right, I'm gonna add to it. I don't want to add to it, but you know what? I'm adding to it.
Yeah, I have a rule where I wait till like the bell. Like I wait 4 minutes after the bell. That's always been my rule.
Oh, that's your rule? Okay.
Yeah, that's my rule.
I believe that. I believe that. All right, so we're gonna hold this break even now.
It's Brit's world. We only live in it. You know it.
Yeah.
I'm a shaker and a mover.
Yeah, I added to it. Now we're up a whopping $20. It's not my fault. The market's just not moving at all.
Hey, dude, that's one good trip to Burger King, you know?
Burger King's a little expensive lately, you know?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I could definitely get a burger. I get one burger at Five Guys for this, you know?
Hey, I mean, Wednesday is $3.99 Whopper Day for Burger King, you know? Just throwing that out there.
Yeah, B Marsh, you might be a little delayed on the stream, bro. Hit the live button next to the play button. I'm assuming you're just now listening to the song. I'm trying to get in some good trades, guys. But basically, you're late, dude. You're late. See, I add to the position, and this is what happens. You know?
No, you're right, Blaze. Britt, when he tells John had you tied up in the closet, he said you were sleeping. No, I was just sleeping. There was just no room behind the desk. I was gonna come on, but
look, I knew I could do it, guys. I knew I could do it today. You know,
top 3 best traders this morning.
And you might be looking at me like, dude, you're up $40. I know, guys, but listen, I'm up like 350 on the day right now. And look at this drop. I knew this would happen. Let's take a little bit off here. How much time we got? We got 12 minutes.
Yep.
I'm just going to cut it right here. We retraced all the way back up. I don't like it. You can see on this account, which we bought yesterday, we are up $737 on this account. 150K funded. We are up $737. We paid less than that for this account, guys, by the way. We paid less.
You just couldn't make it to 740, huh?
I'm an underachiever. GameStop has raised its stake in eBay to 6.55%, up from about 5% according to a filing, as it continues its push into a potential takeover. Ryan Cohen did $56 billion offer for eBay, which eBay rejected. They said it's neither credible nor attractive. Cohen has said he intends to keep pursuing the deal. So are they trying to do hostile takeover now? Hostile takeover is where they basically just buy up all the shares until they have a majority, and then they're like, this is my company now.
What if they're going to do like the Richard Gere Pretty Woman thing where they like buy up the company and then like piecemeal it out?
Yeah. Yeah, but how are you going to piecemeal eBay, you know?
I don't know. I mean...
It's basically got one main business model, which is you sell things online, you know?
I don't know. Don't ask me for details.
Yeah.
I was really just throwing that out there because I wanted to talk about Pretty Woman, John. I mean, come on.
Yeah, no. I can feel that. Yeah, so I got out of it. I canceled all my stop loss orders, guys. I think one of the big stories today is that we're just in a range here, guys. We're just in a range.
Yeah.
Nvidia, again, is going to move things as well, but Nvidia is already up a lot, and so it's pulling back some now. You know, Nvidia hit 225s this morning. It's down to 223s now. Oil, you know, geopolitics is kind of settling down a little bit. Markets have already kind of priced in higher inflation, higher yields, and an extended conflict, and so...
do you guys think Nvidia is going to keep falling until the bell? And how do you think it'll react at the bell? Cat.
What do you guys think, Shaq? Marvell? Are y'all red or green on the day? I'm pretty green. You know? I'm up exactly $350, dude. Exactly. You know? I think the market is waiting for oil numbers. Pretty much every time frame looks so ugly. I'm green now. Nice. I meant with drinking fries. Up 500, just waiting for the open. I'm green. I am green as well here, dude. Intuit reportedly considering laying off approximately 17% of its workforce, according to reports. Nvidia will shoot up at first and then dump. Fall some more possibly after a little bounce. Nvidia will be falling next week. Yeah, a lot of people speculating that we do react negatively to earnings. You know, it's not always the case though. Nothing works 100% of the time. So nothing works 100% of the time. So Golubov is speaking right now. Golubov said we felt trapped in two unwinnable wars, and a disproportionate share of fighters came from our neighborhood. Is he quoting J.D. Vance and Hillbilly Elegy? Hillbilly 2. And then Golubov says, quote, Hillbilly 2 incoming. America's poor and forgotten will foot the bill for the Broligarchs, Diamond the Demon, and the Beltway War merchants. He's got to be drinking a little bit or something, you know?
that was a pretty wild statement.
Yeah, again, this is Parliament member Golubov in Iran saying this. So interesting. I'm sitting on my hands today. I think Nvidia. This is Golubov. He's one of the main negotiators involved, just to put this into perspective. Yeah, so IRGC-linked journalist reports that the U.S. is insisting on maximum nuclear strictness, adding that this mistake will be the cause of a renewed war. More escalation news, interesting today. Oil is not really going up as much as you might think, though. But it's still over 100 here. So, yeah, there's a movie about J.D. Vance called Hillbilly Elegy. Apparently, I've never seen the movie. But apparently, one of the quotes from the movie, just to kind of explain what he's trying, what he's trying to say, is one of the quotes from the movie is that we felt trapped in two unwinnable wars, and a disproportionate share of fighters came from our neighborhood. End quote. Again, that's a quote from Hillbilly Elegy, from J.D. Vance. Golubov is now saying, oh yeah, he's now saying Hillbilly 2, the movie, is coming. America's poor and forgotten will foot the bill for the Broligarchs, Diamond the Demon, and the Beltway War merchants. End quote. Galabov.
Yeah, he's basically saying this conflict will inspire another similar type of quote and or movie.
Yeah, that's what he's saying. So that just to give you guys some understanding of what he's trying to say here. That's what he's trying to say, right? Yeah. What's up, Ava? What's up, MVK?
Saying it'll be a similar situation to those two wars that inspired that quote.
Right. I like the broligarchs. You know, as a broligarch myself. You know, I like it. I like it. All right, guys. All right. How much have we got? We got 6 minutes.
Yep.
6 minutes until the opening bell.
GOP Governor Bailey, we have a softening picture for growth in the labor market.
Based on his autobiography.
And financial market tightening gives us some time to assess whether to raise rates.
I might be missing what you're reading, Britt. Yeah, hold on. Nvidia's spiking up right now. Look at Nvidia spike up. This is probably the market on open data, but Nvidia just spiked up here. Let's see if the NASDAQ is following it. This is probably the market on open data that just released.
NASDAQ is dropping a little bit, at least on this candle.
No, I see that. Weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see Bank of England's Bailey speaking right now. But yeah, look at the NASDAQ fall. Oh, let me get this out of the way. Look at the NASDAQ dip. Nvidia rip. The NASDAQ's back down to that 100 level here. Let's see if it holds.
I didn't know he was speaking currently. That must be where those two quotes that I read got pulled from. I'm assuming.
Yeah, he's speaking right now. He was. He might be done now. Bank of England rate setter Catherine Mann addresses lawmakers now. Yeah, Bank of England's Bailey says growth and job market are both weakening.
Ooh,
so
big red drop.
Yeah, so here's a pullback now that Nvidia's kind of following the tune. Most markets are interpreting this as red. The market on open. We do see 29,000 become within the realm of where we're at now. 29K, a big psychological level right here. I think that makes sense to pay attention to. But again, we will see. We will see, guys. Called that a spike? I know. Listen, that's what we do. How we feeling, peeps? What's up, UTM? Ho, ho, ho. Here we go. John, where do you find your news? I look at a lot of different sources. I don't just use one. I have some that give me news immediately and I just watch them and I keep it up. And then I have others where I have to just kind of scroll through social media. It just depends on what it is. But here we go, guys. We have 3 minutes until the opening bell. 3 minutes. Did we put it in sub-only mode yet? Okay, we're in sub-only mode. All right.
Okay.
Subscribe, guys. Hit the notification bell. Everything we do here is free. We don't sell anything. You know, we're here out of the kindness of our heart. But check out my coupon code BGT. You guys, BGT gets you the max discount. Again, $420 Lucid direct-to-funded account. That's a pretty good deal right now. So all right, so the Iranian parliament speaker Galabov just said this. Hold on, let me get my... Actually, I think I like this one more. Galabov just said this. The enemy's overt and covert movements show that it is seeking a new round of war, according to Fars News. NASDAQ's falling down on this. Nvidia's dropping down too. 223s here. And so again, Iranian Parliament Speaker Galabov says the enemy's overt and covert movements show that it is seeking a new round of war. Yeah, maybe the whole hillbilly thing was too obscure to move markets, and so, you know, maybe he's shorting oil or shorting the NASDAQ right now, and he needed to be a little bit more specific. You know, basically he's saying we could start a new... Like, we could start a new war, basically, is what he's saying.
New round of conflict.
Right, we could restart everything, is basically what he's saying. 2 minutes, guys, 2 minutes. We didn't quite hit 30,000. What's up, Tommy? All right, here we go. NASDAQ at 29.76 here, 29.76. Nvidia, 223s right now, guys. 223s for Nvidia. We're going to watch this at the opening bell. We've already traded a bunch today. So we've already traded a lot. We're doing pretty good. Pretty good with my trading. Dude, I'm just going to put this out here, okay? This might be the best stats I've ever done. All right.
Really? What are they?
Bro, look at this. This is my accuracy rate out of 10 trades. 90%, guys. 90%. I only had 10% losses. One losing trade out of 10. Course coming soon. Here, guys. Course is coming soon. Here's the opening bell in 10 seconds. Let's see what happens. Course coming soon. Let me know what I should call it. Here's the opening bell, guys. Good luck today, friends. There's the open. All right, so Nvidia dipped pretty strongly just at the opening bell, but ironically enough, the NASDAQ pushed up some. So let's see if this holds. Sometimes the first move is the wrong move here. Yeah. So far, NASDAQ is up, but retracing. Look at Nvidia dip. Whoa. Nvidia down to 221s. 221.20s for Nvidia here. So Nvidia is looking a little weird right now. So far, the NASDAQ is still pretty green on the day, though. Pretty green on the day. Well, Nvidia reversed back up here. If you think Nvidia is going to bounce at 220, the NASDAQ probably will go up more. Big if, though. But I think Nvidia could retrace this. First move is the wrong move. Dynamic could drag the NASDAQ up higher ahead of Nvidia earnings. I'm not saying that's going to happen. Yeah. Why do you sell at a loss? What? Fill in the gap. Yeah, we're starting to creep up. We're still too close to the opening bell for me to trade. We're only about 2 minutes into the day. So
Traded a little bit.
Did you really?
Yeah. I won.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Intel isn't jumping? Yeah, it is. Also, while I'm sitting here waiting, guys, remember, Take Profit's got 50% off right now. 50. Biggest sale Take Profit's ever done. You know, so use my coupon code if you want to help support the channel. We appreciate it. Here's the link for that.
It's the best deal you're going to... Well, I mean, I think one of the best deals you're going to find anywhere.
Yeah, it's 50% off, no activation fee. You know, Lucid is the same thing, but they're both really good deals right now. Really good deals.
Yeah.
Another red day. Why was there a random crypto spike at exactly 12:15? I don't defy. It's a 4-minute rule, straight jacket. He says, don't feel bad. John always defies his 5-minute rule. It's not a 5-minute rule. It's a 4-minute rule, bro. It's very important clarification here. It's a 4-minute rule. I can't trade before 9:34 p.m. or 9:34 a.m. I'm sorry, Eastern time. Nvidia moving back down to test that previous close, but 220.61 is the previous close. It's the level at which we go from red to green, green to red. So NASDAQ still rising higher here, though. Rising higher. I gotta wait a little bit.
I just took a little more profit.
Yeah, look at, we're at 150s on the NASDAQ. I want to see if 150s moves anything on the NASDAQ. 150, big psychological level. We were looking at that earlier a bunch. So I want to see if 150 has any type of influence here. We're at 150 now. Yeah, so we're right at 150 now, look. Yeah, we're right at 150. Take private from Microsoft 2 shares. I good, Corey. All right, so Samsung Electronics labor union has postponed the strikes. So let's see what AMD's doing, or let's see what MU's doing. So the labor union postponed the strikes, which is better for Nvidia bottlenecks future. But I just got that news breaking. Again, Samsung Electronics labor union has postponed strikes.
All right.
It's great news. I mean, yeah.
All right.
Golubov's
run. Good.
Yeah, look, 150 rejected us right here. So 150 did reject us. So Golubov said that increasing economic pressure and blockades will not force Iran to give in. It's a war of wills between Iran and the U.S. The enemy still expects Iran to give in. So forth and so on. I'm trying to find this news about labor union postponing strikes, though. Yeah, 150 did reject us right here. Yeah, Samsung Electronics South Korean labor has postponed strikes. I see this by a lot of different people posted in the last few minutes.
Big down candle.
Yeah, look at that red show up. MU's going to be reacting negatively because MU was one of the other like competitors to Samsung. So here's 100 right here, though. On the NASDAQ.
And it's dropping, dude.
What? Yeah, we're red. It looks bearish. I'm short biased right now. What's your bias, chat? I'm short biased. It's a big drop.
Yeah, me too. I just got out of a short trade.
Yeah, I might short a little pop if we get it. It needs to be a good pop, though. I missed it. Looks news related, though. Let's see. This is definitely news related of some sort, unless Nvidia's just tanking. Golubov urges Iran to boost security preparedness for possible attacks. Trump said fantastic economic numbers yesterday. What economic numbers did we have yesterday? Yesterday was Tuesday? We didn't have any data yesterday. Let me see. Let me check a post. I don't know where Trump's speaking right now. No, I don't see a post. I'm going to take one contract short here. Just one. And then maybe add to it if it goes in my favor. Might take a little bit larger size here. We'll take 4 contracts. There we go. All right, that's good. I'm going to take a little bit off here, lock that in. We're up about $200 on this trade right now or so. I'm going to take some off here and then hold close to break even. It's a little whippy though. I will get at break even if I need to though here on the rest. I'm out. We just locked it in. We're up over 800 in this account now. We didn't keep a lot of the profit, but it retraced quickly here, so we just kind of scalped it. And it looks like it was the right move to get out there. We could short another move up to like, I would say like 90 here. With a risk level of like 105 is the other thing I'm looking at. I like the area of the volume profile here. Let's try it. All right, NASDAQ is dumping down. Maybe I could have held that short. Trump says we'll speak to Taiwan leader. Where's he speaking right now? Trump doesn't specify when talking to Taiwan what happened. We'll work on the Taiwan problem, he says. Not worried about ballroom funding. Let's see if we can find this. It's not a White House live post. Yeah, I don't really see it broadcast anywhere, so I don't know where he's speaking. But the NASDAQ is coming down some here. He says Israel Priam Netanyahu will do whatever he wants him to do. Netanyahu will follow his lead. Nasdaq falling down here though. I'm watching 29,000. The volume weighted average price here is at 16s though, so I have to wait. I said bearish, I was right. Hey, congrats, dude. Big red. Housing data. Yeah, housing data was good yesterday. I don't know if it's moving too much, but if pre-market green, market always red 90% of the time. All right, so here's a rebound back up. Look at this bounce. We're going to keep covering the quotes as soon as they drop here, but Nvidia dipped down to the previous closing price at the open. Now we've had about 5 minutes of choppy sideways market activity.
Yeah, I gave back a little bit of profit, but I'm still pretty green.
All right, here's 90. I'm going to short 90. I kind of missed it, though. Shoot. I guess I'll hold this, but what 105 is a risk level here. Yeah, that's a big pop. 105 is my risk level. I'm out. My only losing trade of the day, or my second losing trade of the day. That's a big green candle, though. This is news-driven market.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, look at this rebound here. Wild. Nvidia just rebounded pretty big over the last 3 minutes. That's what part of this is. Very big range, though, guys, so just be careful. We have a member of the Fed speaking this morning, too. I think it's Barr. Yeah, that's true. What's up, Blaze? Yeah, I'm just kind of waiting here. I don't know what to do with this. I think I just gotta chill and wait. So far.
This might sound a little silly, but how do I find my trade history in Lucid? Like my individual trade record.
On the Lucid website logged in, or on Tradeovate?
Either one.
On Tradeovate, you go to the top right. You know, so like Tradeovate, you go to where it says day margin percentage, and you click that. It says like day margin 0. All right, 29,000 seems to be holding strong here. I think markets could just chop sideways though. So if we get to the top of the range, what I might actually do is short a little bit, just because I think we could have a sideways neutral range leading into this report heavy day with FOMC minutes and all that stuff going on today. So super micro semiconductors. Yeah, super micro is up to 32s right now or so. Short or long here, guys? Short or long? What do you guys think? The president's still speaking? Yeah, he said Iran is decimated. We need to reopen the Strait of Hormuz. We're gonna give this one shot. Am in no hurry. I think it's good that China's president met with Russian president. Meetings between them is positive. So Trump is speaking right now.
Is there any sense in listening to it, or not really?
I mean, there is, but I don't know where he's speaking. I'm guessing he's speaking on like CNBC or Bloomberg or something like that is what I'm assuming here. I might be wrong though.
Yeah.
But long? Yeah, the minutes is today. What's up, Guillermo? Steven. Stop at 28.5. Not Bloomberg. Yeah, let me check like CNBC. Not CNBC. Yeah, NASDAQ just went up back to the highs of the day though here. I don't know, part of me wants to short just to attack the range. But it's hard for me to go against this momentum. Although I do think that might be the right move. Looks like a small bull flag. Ugh. First move is the wrong move. Yeah, I mean, I'm sitting here. I'm not really trading. Not yet. I'm tempted to short this, but it looks so strong right here, and we're close to highs of the day. I probably should just wait. Right? Long or short here, guys? Long or short? Let me know in chat right now. Well, yeah, I mean, oil went down a little bit because we heard about, I see Tiff say more ships are passing through the Strait of Hormuz, much more traffic in the last 24 hours. There's the high of the day break. Yeah, it just looked a little bit too strong to short. Look at this move here. Let me check breaking news. Saudi Arabia said it supports efforts aimed at reaching lasting peace. Hopes Iran responds urgently to mediation efforts to avoid escalation. Welcomes efforts to restore security by the U.S. in the Strait of Hormuz. Yeah, I mean, markets are running here. I would buy a pullback too, but give me 160. We can use like 145 as a risk right here. And I'll try to go long, but I also think today is a little bit spicier with this type of trade setup just because markets are heading into a big data dump in the afternoon today, Nvidia and Fed minutes. So there's a lot of things going on. Yeah, so Samsung holds off on strike plans. Samsung and the union signed a tentative pay deal to vote on a tentative pay deal from 23rd to 28th of May. All right, give me 160. I don't know if I'm gonna get 160. Yeah, I mean, I'm running at like over 80% accuracy today. We could say I'm gambling, but, you know. Giving myself good reward to risk and attacking the high of the day is not necessarily a gamble. It might go against what direction you want it to go, But yeah, here's 160. I think I'm just gonna chill though. Maybe 150s, but maybe I should have taken 160s. Let's see. Take 1.5s here. And then again, we're gonna use about 135 as a risk. See if we retrace back up there quickly. Yeah, we're using 135s as a risk. Some type of big candle just happened though. Let me see if this is catalyst driven. BGT? Yeah, we went down to the 200 exponential. Maybe I could have targeted that, but it's alright. Next time. Yeah, it looks like we want to push back up to the highs, though. I think the Samsung deal is good. It's good for longer term, though, because, you know, deeper quarters, but... I said long or short, very choppy, no trades. Long, short, neutral, nothing. Long. We'll squeeze long 100%. It was a small time frame move that already played out. Yeah, I kind of feel that. And I think today's choppy, so maybe I should have shorted the top like I wanted to today. Just because, like, today's choppy, you know? So, like, if we're going to get, like, big movement here, you know, maybe it's going to be today in, like, a huge range, you know? Lowe's exec says they're facing an immediate impact from oil prices and are starting to see some pressure in Q2. Yeah, Nvidia earnings today. Let me see if any news drove the market back down, though. We just dropped underneath. I see Bank of England's Bailey speaking, but I don't know if that's really going to move things. Lowe's exec says they're facing an immediate impact from oil prices and are starting to see some pressure.
Who said that? Sorry.
Lowe's execs.
Okay.
Yeah, like I said, I think leading into Nvidia earnings today, guys, we could have just big range chop. Interest hike fears. Yeah, I would be careful today. Yields are cooling. Alright, so we're starting to head up. Alright, this is our second go at the Tradeify Cup. Big choppy range.
You can do it, John. I believe in you.
I believe I can. I believe I can, dude. I think if there's anybody that can do it, it's me. It's me. Let's see how it goes. I'm starting off at 50K. You know, I'm confident. I'm confident. If you want to take part in the Tradeify Cup, I think you can, or I think it might be too late to join. But I guess I gotta go short up here, right? We're gonna swing for the fences here. I gotta look, just to put this in perspective, we have to take a, like, not a crazy amount of risk, but in order to catch up with anybody in the top 1,000, we gotta take some risk here. I'm gonna short the top, see if we get that range move that we wanted. Is what I'm doing here. If I lose this, worst trader ever. Worst trader ever. Which Lucid account do you recommend? I think right now, I think the 150 makes sense. I think the 150 makes sense. I think most day traders lose, right? But I think the 150 Lucid account right now, you can get it for 420 bucks if you use my coupon code and link. So like, just to put this in perspective, looking at Lucid, look, we're actually up a pretty good amount here. I'm gonna take a little bit off here. All right, we're up 1,000. Take a little bit more off. Choppy sentiment worked. We got 2 contracts left. I'll look for maybe a bounce back and a retracement, and then we will add back to this. But yeah, Lucid Direct right now, you can use the 50% off on Lucid in funded accounts. So look, if I use my coupon code BGT at checkout, we get this for $420. So like, look at this. $420. I think I'm gonna scoop one up, another one right now. $420. BGT coupon. We're also gonna do a giveaway today. What are we gonna do a giveaway on? We're still very green in this trade. I think I'm just gonna sit tight. Like, if you want to check out Lucid, you'd love to see it, guys. Look at this. Again, here's the Lucid link if you want to check it out. We'll do a giveaway for Lucid today. Let's see. I'll start the giveaway now. But there's the Lucid link if you want to help support the channel. Just coupon code BGT. So let me start the giveaway now. We'll just let it run for a little while. All right, so if you want to be a part of the giveaway, do exclamation point BGT. Here's the VWAP right here. Let's see if it holds. We will give away on Lucid right now. A Lucid Pro 50K eval. All right, so here's a little bounce. I'll probably add back to this here. We're up about 1,100 in this. I'm gonna add back on the VWAP. All right, we got 10 contracts now.
I'm like 255 on the day so far.
Nice. Yeah, do exclamation point BGT. It'll hit you in the, yeah, get a Lucid Pro 50K.
I mean, heck, you can't beat that deal, guys. You know.
No, you don't have to pay each month after passing the challenge. So it's a one-time fee. So the good thing about this is there's an end-of-day drawdown option, but man, markets are just flat and choppy. You only have to type it once. You don't have to type it over and over again, guys. So Kerr, you're typing it over and over again. I don't know why. Just once. Just once. Exclamation point BGT will enter you in the competition. Alright, I'm gonna see if this 200 exponential rejects it here. I believe it can, but there we go. We're about flat on the rest. There we go. But it's kind of a rangy day here. It's kind of flat. I'm gonna reduce my size a little bit here. It gave me kind of a bad feel, but we're still very green. There we go. I'm gonna reduce my size a little bit more. We got 4 contracts now. No, you don't have to sign up for CME data separately. GK. AMC at $10 next week, but it's not gonna last. Anybody bullish on AMC? All right, so the Pakistani Interior Minister, IRGC commander in Tehran, is meeting the IRGC commander in Tehran, apparently. Is the competition for U.S. citizens? Which one?
Bank of England's Bailey, hard to put figures on future food prices. Did you see the IDF statement?
Yeah, so I see somebody saying explain Lucid Direct 100,000. So Lucid Direct 100,000 is this. All right, so Lucid Direct is this right here. And again, if you want to enter the competition to win the 50K Pro account, exclamation point BGT. The Lucid Direct 100K. See how much you get that for right now. But it's end of day drawdown options, meaning if your drawdown on Lucid Direct is, what is it? 3,500 bucks. Right? So you got 100K, so your drawdown is 96.5 for 3,500 bucks, right? It's end of day though. So it doesn't follow you up, right? So like if you make $3,000 in profit and then lose $3,000 in profit, your drawdown is not $500 under, it's not 99.5, right? It doesn't follow you up, so to speak, right? It stays at what you ended the day previously at for your drawdown. And that's a good thing. That's a useful thing because it gives you a lot more room to build profit. You know, again, right now, the 100K option, if you want to use that, again, on Lucid right now, you can get the 100K option for $350 right now. So you get the 100K option for $350 for Lucid Direct. So pretty good deal. Pretty good deal.
I think it's a good deal, you know,
yeah.
And
it's a great deal, some say. Some say it's the best deal.
It's a beautiful deal.
Yeah.
The best deal.
Yeah, I'm down on this trade. I don't know whether I want to add to it, though. Like, we're still up $750 now. I think we can bet on chop, but right now the chop is heavy. So. Which deal, Matt? Samsung Union leader says details of the tentative deal will be disclosed on the website in 1 hour. I got a Lucid account because of you, John, but you can give me an account if you want. Yeah, I don't know. Cut it now, John. I'm already up $890 right now. My risk level is about 125, so we get over 125, I'll cut it. Again, guys, if you want to take part in the giveaway, exclamation point BGT in chat. We'll enter you. We'll enter the giveaway for you. You want a Lucid Pro 50K, meaning if you pass you get 50K in funding on Lucid, you can take payouts. Lucid processed by payout in 1 minute, so pretty quickly. But yeah, we're at 80, 90s right now. So I'm trying to give this a little bit more time to break down. If you've already entered it, you don't have to enter it again. See if we flush. Could add back to some size here too. All right, we'll try. It's the Tradeify Cup. We kind of have to gamble a little bit here on this thing.
I'm having trouble trading this chop.
Well, yeah, everybody does. This chop, Britt.
I know.
Right, we're green. Look, I'm gonna take more off now. All right, we're gonna ride this breakdown a little bit more, take more off. We have 2 contracts left.
Are you trading on a 1 minute candle or a 5 minute?
1
I
minute.
mean chart. Okay.
But I'm just looking at the broader chop and attacking the range here. We're up about 1400 on this now, so we're trying to take it slow.
Okay. Yeah, I get you. Need 785 more to pass my eval.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay out of it for a little while though. I'm not good enough to trade the chop like you are.
Well, the only thing to do in chop like this is kind of buy the bottom, sell the top. That's kind of what I've been doing in this.
Yeah, I'm just not doing a good job of anticipating the bottoms, honestly, at this point.
Yeah.
Or reading the bottoms.
Yeah, I mean, it's Nvidia earnings day, it's Fed minutes day, so there's just a lot of stuff going on right now that influences things.
Yeah.
So. Nvidia's starting to creep back up. I'm going to start to loosen my size a little bit. Nvidia's at a level where it looks like it could rise higher here if you look at it. Like, look. That could drag the market up. Look at Nvidia. Hey, no worries, tech. Yeah, I told you guys we'd probably chop today. I mean, that made the most sense. It's chop, right? Leading into a big day like this, like, that makes the most sense.
Yeah, no problem, Tech. We're glad you enjoy it. You get something out of it.
Yeah. Yeah, let's see what the NASDAQ does here.
I think one of the things that would really help me is, or that will help me, is when I learn to scale more efficiently like you do.
Yeah, so are you guys here for futures, stocks, market news, or what? Let me know in chat right now. I'm curious. I want to see. Future stocks, market news. Yeah, I'm going to stream Nvidia earnings today for sure. For sure, we're streaming Nvidia earnings.
That's 2 o'clock our time or 2 o'clock Eastern?
So 2 p.m. is the Fed minutes report. We have the Fed minutes report at 2 o'clock.
Oh, okay, okay. Sorry.
After the Fed minutes report, you have Nvidia earnings afterwards, right? So,
okay.
Yeah. All right, so there's Nvidia is ripping back up here.
The question is, does it carry the market with it?
Generally it does, but not always. Not always.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just watching the NASDAQ to see.
So I see futures, jujitsu tips, news. News, you're the best on news, futures and news, options, love the future realm, markets and news, news. Here for the jokes, futures and news. Market news, stock market news, the vibes, trends. Yeah, I'm streaming Fed minutes as well. A laughing song. Stumbled on the stream one day and just like to chill. The news is the best news drops though. I'm hiking across Spain.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
You should join the Discord and talk about it.
Better news here than Bloomberg. Hey, we try.
And as far as jiu-jitsu tips, I got one for you. Don't roll with John. He'll get you in a flying armbar.
I will, you know. I will get you a flat armbar, bro. Don't do it.
Who was it that Mighty Mouse kicked up in the air into an armbar? Sorry, quickly. I know we're trying.
I'm not sure. Nvidia bounced it back. I can't remember his name. But look
It
at
doesn't
look at
matter.
the market rebound back up here. So this is what I was worried about. Nvidia's starting to rebound. Markets in turn starting to rebound. So we'll see, but interesting.
I'm not seeing a huge rebound. Am I not seeing something that you are?
Well, no, it's just the last 4 minutes markets are going up. Look at Nvidia. Nvidia's at the 200 exponential here.
I'm gonna have to look on yours.
I'm gonna be brave and short this, which is kind of a crazy move here, but I'm doing it.
They call him John the Brave.
It's a Tradeify account, bro. I have to gamble on this thing, dude. Gamble or go home on this thing. You know. I believe I can do it. I believe I can make money here. You know.
I know you can. There's no doubt in my mind.
That's right. That's right. All right, look, we're up. We are green. Look at this. Up $500. I'm going to lock it in. Take a little bit more off. We got 2 contracts left. We're up $2,000 on this thing. It's happening, guys. It's happening.
Y'all are seeing that history right before your eyes.
You know what I did here is that all I did was I saw Nvidia at the 200 exponential, and I'm like, okay, Nvidia's rebounded. Nvidia might reject here. 200 exponential on a 1 minute chart. Algorithms watch it heavy. And so easy money a little bit here, guys. Easy money. Let me take a little bit more off, lock it in. Oh, I just cut the position. Oh well.
200 EMA is that your green line or your purple line?
That's my yellow line.
Oh, yellow,
that's my green line on TradeAway. Yeah. My green line on TradeAway. Carol's calling me, Britt. Here, hold the stream down.
Okay.
Hello.
So what's going on, you guys? What do you think about John's trading strategies so far? Like just his overall performance, and if you appreciate his strategies, tell me why. I'm just curious because I'm trying to learn. Hopefully, you guys can teach me something. I believe so. Good structure. Thank you. We try to source the news, as we stream, so we're constantly checking it. Breeden, Bank of England, Breeden, striking that businesses tell me they are not replacing people who leave, good for productivity, but bad for entry-level jobs. Ooh. And I don't know if it... I don't know what kind of effect this would have, if any, but IDF officer severely injured by explosive drone in Lebanon. Does not look good for longing now. Yeah. I don't know. We've got what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Working on a 5th red candle now. I mean, is this news driven or is this Nvidia doing this?
This is Nvidia falling down at the 200 EMA. It's the same reason I shorted. I think that makes sense.
You think it's going to hit some support here at some point? I mean, it looks like it's hitting a little bit right now.
I don't know, dude. I really don't know here. Hey, shout out to John Games. I appreciate the love, brother. Thank you, sir. John Games, enter the giveaway, dude.
Yep,
You know?
you could win.
Yeah, you could win.
Oh, big green candle.
Yeah, that is a big green candle. Could be news related, but it could also just be weird price action today, guys. Let's see. We got a bunch of Bank of England members speaking today. That is a big green candle. Look, right up to that 29.1 level we drew on our charts.
Yep. Perfect prediction, John.
Yeah. I know. I knew it would happen, Britt. I knew it. You know.
I don't. You must have the gift of foresight.
Yeah, we're here, Britt. We're here.
Heck yeah. Not seeing any news on that candle. Let me see if there's a tweet. Or if it's just Nvidia again.
I see crude expectations. The IEA put out crude negative 2.7 million, gas negative 2.1 million, distillate negative 1.3 million. So maybe that's moving things. I don't know. Maybe. Nvidia up there though. Nvidia's still popping.
Popping and locking or just popping?
Pop it and lock it, I would say. You know.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I thought so.
All right. I have more than 5,000 on hand. What's advice for a beginner to start day trading? You don't need anywhere near 5K. I would try paper first and then try prop firms. Again, I would Lucid right now. Like, let's talk about the giveaway real quick. So we're giving away a 50K Pro Lucid account. But even if you don't win the giveaway, right now, any user can get 50% off. So let's say you got a Lucid Flex, right? You can pass this in as little as 2 days on Lucid Flex. It has a 50% consistency. So basically, it breaks it into 2 days. You can't make all the profit in 1 day. But right now, as an example, right? Like, let's go to the 50K Flex option. Right now, it's like 50 bucks. If I remember correctly. So like, let's see. Lucid K Flex. I'm giving away a pro account. But Lucid Flex right now, I'm sorry, it's $70. $70. You can get it. Pretty cheap. Lucid Pro, 25K eval. And if you pass it, that means you get 50. If you pass it, you get 50K in funding, 90% split. Right? So right now, you know, you can get the Lucid Pro, 25K, $67. So you can get it for pretty cheap. The next round of negotiations will be held in Islamabad. If you get funded and pass that test, right? They give you a demo, they test your skill with it. If you get funded and pass the test, you know, you can build up profit and then take payouts with it, getting started for like 50 or 100 bucks. And because of that, you're risking something. To be honest, you're still probably going to lose because most day traders just lose, guys. Like most day traders simply lose money. But it's a lot cheaper to try this and lose than deposit 2, 3, 4 grand, 10 grand, whatever you decide, and lose that, like most day traders end up doing. And so it gives you guys a cheaper option, is what it does. It gives you a cheaper option, and it's just a better way to learn, in my opinion. Again, if you want to check out Lucid, here's the link. If you want to enter the giveaway, !BGT, we'll enter it. We're going to do it pretty soon here because we're going to start prepping. What's up, Britt? You left us, dude. You're back. But there's the link right there. If you use BGT, you can get that discount on Tradeify. You can get it on Take Profits. Got 50% off right now. Apex, I think there's 90% sale ended yesterday, but they're still pretty cheap. Crude falls in excess of 1.5 million BBL on reports the Pakistani army chief may visit Iran tomorrow to announce achievement of final draft of agreement text. Yeah, that probably made oil dip a little bit. Yeah, oil dip. So this is the news that's influencing markets right now. Right here. Am I muted? I'm not muted.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. What's up, dude?
Okay. I got kicked for a second.
That's all right, bro. Did they extend their 90% off sale again? It says until Tuesday, May 19th, which was yesterday. But 90% off sale, I guess, still works on Apex. I don't know if I want to buy this or not. I feel like I got to take a little bit of a trade here.
Oil dipped to daily lows with WTI prices falling under $100 per barrel.
So on these accounts, you get a set amount of days of trading and then you're done. No, not necessarily. Most of them don't have like a max days you can trade. Like you can trade as many days as you want. They actually prefer you to trade more days. They don't want you to just take a big YOLO, you know, full port trade and get funded in one day. Some of them allow it. Like pro accounts, I believe on Lucid allow you to get funded in one day. Apex, you can get funded in one day as well. But it's better and more testing of your actual trading to spread it out a little bit more. Again, if you use my coupon code BGT, you get the max discount on Lucid, 50%.
Good deal, guys. You should take advantage of it.
Yeah, let me make sure we have... Yeah, we got the Fed minutes report coming later. I'm probably going to close it down here, guys. And we'll be back, because we'll be back later on today for the Fed minutes report. And Nvidia earnings too, by the way. Make sure redirect is working.
Fed minutes report you said was at 2, so I mean we're going to start at 2? Or
no, we're going to be starting a little bit early, probably like 12:30.
Okay, cool.
Our time, so like 1:30 market time, 30 minutes before the report. I don't think we need to do it like an hour before the report. I don't think that makes sense, especially since we're streaming Nvidia earnings as well. Right, so we got Fed minutes. This is going to be Jerome Powell's last like Fed meeting reaction. So yeah, we'll see what happens. But again, I did not forget about the giveaway. We are still here. We're still gonna do it. It's too early
What
to
account
quit.
giveaway are we doing?
We're doing a 50K Pro account on Lucid. So we are giving away. I'll give you guys 3 more minutes. We'll give you guys until 9:25:30 to do it. But we are giving away this account today. I mean, I don't know. What would y'all rather give away, a Pro or a Flex? People prefer different things. We are giving away this one today. The 50K
What are the
Pro.
pros and cons between those two, in your opinion?
Well, they're both end-of-day drawdowns. A Flex has a consistency rule on the eval. You know, the Pro is basically the same size. The daily loss limit is there on the Pro, though. And there's no daily loss limit on the Flex. So,
okay.
Flex takes a little bit longer to pass, but there's no daily loss limit. They both have the same 2 to 3 risk-reward ratio. You know, the Flex is a little bit cheaper because it has the consistency rule. It takes you a little bit longer to pass, but the Pro has no consistency rule when trying to pass it. So I think most people probably prefer the Pro. But what do you guys think? Pro or Flex here, guys? Pro or Flex?
You guys get to pick, sounds like.
Yeah, I'll let you guys pick. Pro or Flex, guys?
Yeah, we need the input here. Otherwise, John's just going to pick.
Yeah, we got about 2 minutes left. Ugh.
Flex, pro, flex.
Yeah, let's do a poll real quick. We'll see who wins.
All right.
Would you rather the giveaway be of a Lucid Pro or Flex? Vote of the poll. Most people, it looks like they're selecting Pro, but we'll go by what the poll suggests. We'll give it another minute and let it work a little bit, and then we'll do it that way.
All right.
Looks like a large majority of people are like, the Pro's the more expensive one, right? The Pro is a little bit more expensive, so it's the better one in most people's minds.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely appreciate value for my dollar.
Yeah, the green candles on the NASDAQ, I see somebody say, what was the green candles on the NASDAQ? Crude fell in excess of 1.5 million BBL on reports that the Pakistani army chief may visit Iran tomorrow to announce achievement of the final draft of the agreement text. So maybe deal getting done, oil dropping, NASDAQ pushing here is what this is. Yeah. All right, so far, 72% say Pro, 28% say Flex.
It's cold in here. Turn the air up, John.
The news is announced by most major finance media. The K. Yeah, every other day a deal might be done, but it never ends up happening. Lucid Truck. Alright guys, we will see you guys a little bit later. I'll do the giveaway right now. So once you win the giveaway, guys, you have to join the Discord and, you know, join the main trading chat room of the Discord. So once the, you know, if you win the Discord, or if you win the giveaway, you got to join the Discord. Alright, so we're going to go with Pro since most people voted for Pro. So yeah, we're going to go with the Pro option. We're going to end this, go with the Pro option. And you guys ready? Here, you guys ready? Last minute, last time to do it. If you win, you gotta join our Discord. You gotta join Discord and follow me on X at Beginner Trades. That's what you gotta do. I've decided. Okay.
Otherwise, you can't collect.
That's right. That's right. All right, guys. You guys ready?
Just imagine a drum roll, everybody.
You don't have to enter exclamation point BGT again. A lot of you guys are in here already. Like if you haven't done it yet, yeah, but all right. All right, I'm gonna. You join the Discord by clicking this link right here. For everybody that hasn't done it yet, I'll put the link up. You can also find it on my homepage. Here's the Discord link. I'll pin this to the top of the chat just so everybody sees it. Yeah, Killing Frenzy, if you win again, dude, it's a conspiracy. Alright.
Watch him win again now.
Alright, so we just clicked it. And the winner is... needs to be exclamation point. Fields Herbert. Fields Herbert. A-Bear. Herbert. I'm a Cajun, so A-Bear. But I'm going to say it could be Herbert. So Fields Herbert, you win. Bro, you win, dude. Congratulations.
Awesome. Congratulations, dude.
Yeah, man.
It's either Hebert or A-Bear, I think. You're right.
Yeah, it could be A-Bear. We're Cajuns over here, so we pronounce it A-Bear.
You know it.
Fields, show yourself. Where are you, sir? Fields Sherbert? It could be that. Yeah. It could be that.
See, look at all the love you're getting in the chat, dude. Everybody's happy for you.
I know Fields. Where you at, bro? Show yourself. You've got 1 minute. 1 minute, bro. What if he doesn't claim? If he doesn't claim, he doesn't claim. Somebody just joined our Discord, so maybe that's him.
Awesome. I hope so.
We need proof. It's you, bro. We need proof.
Yeah. Get a picture of you holding today's paper, you know?
Yeah, that's right. Right. All right.
Max.
Where's he at?
Himself.
How did he even win? Where's Fields at? Fields Sherbert.
I don't know, dude. I don't see him. Scrolling back through the entries, and I'm not seeing him.
Oh, he's in the entries.
No, I mean, I'm sure he is. I'm just looking for him.
Yeah. Let's tag him.
Most of them wonder why he's not responding.
How do you enter it? Dude, I will give it away to somebody else, bro. I mean, I'll have to start the whole thing over again.
It's all the sherbert.
Yeah, dude. Where's he at? Fields. Give him a countdown, John. Yeah, they're not in chat anymore.
What the heck?
Yeah. So. Field Sherbert. How do you enter the giveaway and then just leave, bro? You know? He's in the field eating sherbet.
I feel thoroughly disrespected by that.
What if I identify as Sherbert? We're not going to call him Herbert. We're going to call him Sherbert. You've got 30 seconds, Sherbert.
Imagine he's using the restroom and hears you counting down.
No, I'm not going to pick another one. The giveaway's over. Gee, sorry, bro. All right, I'm going to get out of here, guys. I'm going to get out of here. Y'all be good. Have a great day. I'll see you guys later. Maybe Sherbert will show up, and I'll give it to him then. Let me see if I have anybody in Discord named Sherbert. Fields. Sherbert. Wait. Oh. I don't know. Later, guys. Have a great day.
Later, everybody. See y'all in a little while.
Totes my goats, Brit. Totes my goats. You know.
Yeah.
Later's on the min, Jay. I'll see you guys later.